Two ultra light men, you go pick and choose. I seen those features to get in the loop. Put to they pointed like Tupac and Juice. They got sick of the running and picked up the deuce. Loco gon' make niggas shaking they boots. Looking like Ricky when they in pursuit. I got a dream that I'm trying to pursue. If it feel I'm like Biggie, just give me the loot. Megatron, bitch, I'm a villain. Pressure on to make a killing. Leprechaun, green to the ceiling. Put 6 dots up on your head, now you krillin'. Double cross me from the gang, you forbidden. Never a way that you gon' be forgiven. Weapons draw, that's what it's doing. This happens every day, data or spinning. Talk to my demons that got me believing that I'ma go crazy like I'm out of money. I'ma just go right through anyone in front of my money and everything I'm trying to do. But they can't stop me. These niggas don't like me. These niggas is whack and I feel like I knew it. Some of them, they just be blind to the fact cause they mans got them up and they don't have a clue. I'ma just leave all these little niggas hurt. All you gotta do is just mention me first. Niggas be mad cause they making this dirt and be me cause I put all these beats in the hearse. They like the way I be going berserk. Try be like me but they putting in work. Talking on Twitter, I'm thinking they birds. Mention me and I bet you my niggas go lurk. Niggas, they knew I was different since birth. You not 100, don't like to converse. Niggas be bitches should put on the skirt. We send you to the doctor, we send you to the nurse. Keep it up cause I stay on alert. Finish a nigga and one is for sure. Get to the line and I'm finna convert. You not eating, you niggas room for dessert. Hate is contagious, but I got the antidote. Popping they top like I opened the can of coke. If niggas ever forget and they think I'm in last, I'll drop 50 just like I'm Leangelo. I make your bitch come right out of her pantyhose. Niggas run up in these niggas all panic mode. Ripping these beats on my words highly flammable. 007 the motherfucking animal.
Yo. What is up? YouTube Boxing family? It's K-Rod here. I'm back at it with another good show for you guys. We're going to be recapping. We're going to be doing a early fight prediction for Teofimo Lopez versus Pedro Campa. And then we're going to also do like a recap off of Virgil Ortiz versus Michael McKinson, and then talk about some other stuff in boxing, and that's pretty much it. But I got my brother, Mr. DHive, in the building. What is up?
What's going on, man? Thanks for having me.
I don't think I can hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Your voice is like a little bit low.
It is?
Oh, all right. Yeah. That's way better.
Okay. All right, cool.
All right. But yeah, how's everything? How's everything going?
It's like I said, it's shit right now because I'm in the DMV and DMV just got hit by a storm, so bottom of my fucking house is flooded and I had to deal with that nonsense. But I'm cool for now.
What, like in Baltimore, or
No, not in Baltimore. I'm like in a suburban area near College Park, but it got fucked up all the same. Like the whole it was like an inch and a half of water down here. It was fucked.
Yeah.
it was terrible. Like the way this house is designed is fucked. I'm so glad I don't own this house and I'm just renting it. But
good.
Yeah, it's annoying.
Yeah, but what you think about this past weekend's fights?
I mean, it was whatever. I mean, the card was the card, and Virgil did what we expected. I mean, Michael McKinson, with all due respect, was a nobody who fought nobody, who literally cannot punch. Like, there are some people that don't have a lot of punching power that can actually punch. Michael McKinson cannot punch. He does not know how to throw a proper punch. His punch selection is not fantastic. His punch application is non-existent. He does not have. Not only can he not punch, but he does not have the physical ability to apply any pressure. And the fact that he actually hit Virgil as cleanly as he did just shows you that Virgil's head movement is limited. And when somebody like if somebody with power landed the shit that Michael McKinson was able to land on Virgil would be fucked.
Yeah, that's what I was telling Stormy B-Man the other day, and he pretty much agreed with with me, because he literally said if you hit Virgil, with a really heavy loaded shot, he gets knocked out any day of the week.
Yeah, and, I remember before Sean Porter got mandated on Bud, people were talking that dumb shit saying Bud was ducking Virgil Ortiz, and I was like, are y'all crazy? Bud would retire Virgil. It wouldn't it would be some one way ass traffic.
Yeah, maybe that's why Bud wanted to fight Virgil Ortiz, like instead of Sean Porter.
Shit, Virgil Ortiz would have been some easy ass money. Sean Porter at least moves his fucking head every now and then. Virgil Ortiz would have sat there, threw some punches, looked good for the first 3 rounds, and then started getting beaten the fuck up. That's all
Yeah.
that would have happened. He would have looked good for the first 3 rounds, real aggressive, popping the jab, keeping Crawford on the back foot. Then Crawford would have let off some shit, got him hurt, and then finished him off.
Yeah. I just felt like Virgil got worse from that last performance because he didn't he didn't even improve from the Maurice Hooker fight. He looked like dog shit. Coming back.
Well, I mean, yeah, he came out of the hospital from whatever he was suffering, and he had some time off. And that's the worst thing about this is that McKinson abandoned his game plan that he used successfully his entire career. He decided to try to get Virgil's respect with power, and it's like, bro, who the fuck is coaching you? Your entire team knows you cannot punch. Why would you run directly at Virgil, the guy with all knockouts? It was just stupid. I'm honestly surprised the fight lasted as long as it did.
Yeah, I actually thought Michael McKinson was actually winning that fight until Virgil knocked him out.
Well, that's. I mean, I personally didn't have him winning. I didn't really have him winning that many rounds because he wasn't really doing shit. But I mean, to each their own. It's just like I said, he abandoned his game plan.
Yeah, like Michael was just thinking like, oh well, I can go blow for blow with Virgil, and the minute he did that, he just gets dropped, and then that's when I was just like, yeah, look, I don't think too highly of like European fighters. That's why that I call them Euro bums because the mass majority of them just don't have like a proper high ring IQ coming into their fights, and most of them are just so used to just standing right in front of you, and like I don't know if you can agree, but they just don't make any proper adjustments, and they have too much of a high ego to think that their fighting style isn't the best style for them to win the fight.
Yeah, especially from the UK, a lot of them have that Xander Queensberry style, and the worst part about that is the worst part to me is that they never adapt their boxing style to their attributes. They like what they bring to the table. That's the thing about the American style. Like it's not it the Queensberry boxing style is not a style that can be one size fits all like the Soviet or the Cuban models because they emphasize either movement or strength and conditioning or some shit like that. The Queensberry boxing style is just a standard. It's just a standard, a standard boxing style that they all use, and they don't tweak it at all. That's why the variations in their performances are so vastly different. Like you'll have someone like Liam Smith who could use it and do a decent amount of damage, beat up some people, and then you'll see a motherfucker like what's his name, like Isaac Lowe, just get wasted back to back using the same style. So it's like whenever his competition gets increased, so it's like damn, like they just don't adapt. The punch selection is the same. The punch, like I'll put it this way: the Queensberry boxing style is easy to train to beat because they're all gonna fight the same. Like you can easily train for somebody that fights like that.
Yeah. Yeah, but the greatest example of that was when I saw that one white fighter. I think his name is his name is Chris Billum Smith. He's a cruiserweight,
Right.
and he went up against this like other dude that I forgot what his name was, but he just came out with the same, like how should I say, with the same fighting stance. He didn't make any like adjustments and shit, and he just kept getting hit with it, the same shot over and over. And I'm just like,
You talking about Isaac? You talking about Isaac Chamberlain? That fight?
yeah, that one.
Yeah, that fight was trash. I started to watch it and I had to turn it off. I was like, both these dudes fucking suck.
Yeah, Isaac Chamberlain, I was just not sold on him because I thought he was like good, but then once he got his ass kicked by who Lawrence Okolie, right? I was just like, bro, like seriously, like you need to like really get out of what the UK.
And the bad part about that is Lawrence Okolie isn't good. Lawrence Okolie's not that good. And
Yeah,
his his last fight should have told everybody that. He's not that good. He's not consistent. You up the fucking you up the comp on any of these dudes, they're gonna take an L. Like the cruiserweight division is lacking. Like serious. I think the best cruiserweights are probably like Brandon Glanton and what's his name? They call him the Nigerian Pitbull. What the fuck is that dude name?
oh yeah, yeah, Fa like a poachy.
Yeah, there we go. F.A. Apoche. Yeah, that dude. Yeah, I
I
think.
want to see those two, like run it back because
Yeah, that was a good ass fight. That
yeah,
was really fight of the year, and it didn't get enough respect. That shit was ridiculous.
yeah, yeah, most definitely. Another good, rising up and coming rookie cruiserweight that I think that might do damage is that Najee Lopez guy out of Georgia.
He's a cruiserweight.
Yeah,
Hmm. I have yet to see him fight, but I look forward to it. I suppose.
yeah, I think he should fight at heavyweight. I don't see why he's staying at cruiserweight, but I think he's
Steven
just doing it.
Shaw. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, 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 no. Like I just think that campaigning at cruiserweight doesn't really make any sense because there's no big money. So I think heavyweight would be like the best option.
Yeah. I think Steven Shaw should cut down the cruiser. Steven Shaw would be a motherfucker at cruiser.
Yeah, I think so. I think Stephen Shaw looks more of like a cruiserweight
Yeah,
versus like a yeah.
he real small. I mean, I know he's 6'4", but like Usyk is 6'3", so shit. I'm like, if you could bust down the cruiserweight, you can do some serious damage.
Yeah.
No, for real, Steven Shaw outbox everybody at cruiserweight right now.
Yeah, Stephen Shaw will probably be undisputed pretty quick.
Oh yeah, he'll smoke the current champions. Current champions are fucking garbage. Steven Shaw will walk all over the current champions.
Yeah. How'd you think about his recent performance?
I'm not gonna lie. I'd like to see some things tighten up, but he was facing that dude Joey Dwayco or whatever his name is, and that guy is known for not getting knocked out. He's real fat. He's real rugged, and he's not known for getting knocked out. The stoppage was his corner stopped it because he was just getting his ass beat. So it was a tough opponent, but there are some things that Steven Shaw could have tightened up on defensively, moving his head, always following up with the jab, and also stepping around whenever he throws his combination. So just little stuff like that. But other than that, he looked decent.
Yeah. Do you think it's now a good time for him to fight Jared Big Baby Anderson, or should he wait until that fight is built up more?
No, that's honestly a good test for Jared Anderson because Jared will be the favorite because Jared is fucking huge, and Jared could punch real hard. Stephen Shaw is a knockout puncher, but he's known for accumulation. So that would honestly be a good test for both of them because they're not giving Jared Anderson any quality opponents. This Stephen Shaw is undefeated. He's like 17-0 with 13 knockouts, and Jared Anderson is people. I'm not sold on Jared Anderson, but people talking about he next up. So I'm like, fuck it, why not? Why not? Let's run it.
Yeah. Yeah, like I'm pretty sure Jared Anderson would very well want that fight, but the biggest problem that I have with him is that he really thinks that his his resume speaks for itself that he's basically stopped every single heavyweight, but looking at the opposition, he hasn't really been tested, he hasn't really been hit by like heavy loaded punchers, and I think that fight with Stephen Big Shot Shaw would definitely speak a lot about his fighting style and his punch resistance, for the heavyweight division.
Yeah, he's on honestly keep it real. He's only talking shit because Tyson Fury gave him some credit. Tyson Fury gave him a little bit of credit when he was in camp, talking about, oh, he next up, and then that bullshit went to his head. So we'll see, we'll see. And if we can't get that, then he should go over and like try to fight Hergovich or somebody.
Yeah, that's actually a good fight, or maybe fight Mac Truck.
Well, Matt just came off of a fucking pretty solid KO loss, so I don't know what he gonna do. But but yeah, no, like he should go over there and get him some smoke because they're complaining about Hergovich not getting a fight and everyone's ducking him, blah blah blah. So I'm like, okay, good, good. So then you should go and just fight Jared Anderson. Everything should be fine.
Yeah, I think either way, like Jared Big Baby Anderson, regardless of like how fast Top Rank wants to move him, he still needs to like have those veteran level quality like opponents because if he doesn't get it now and he tries to wait later, I kind of feel like he's gonna end up being like a pretty much like a lower version of a Chris Bird, but just like pretty much like a hype job, of like him not putting in like the hard work, to be there.
Well, he's all hype job right now because he hasn't done shit. He
Yeah,
just, I mean, the Pimp C outfit was cool. He has a few little highlights, but he hasn't done anything. And frankly, I think people like Frank Sanchez and Leonard Piro beat his ass.
yeah. Linear Piero and Brunzone will beat the living crap out of him.
Yeah, I think to keep it real, I think they both probably whoop his ass.
Yeah, Brunzone, he's a beast, man. Like he fights like a who's that one fighter? He fights just like he was such a good ass heavyweight fighter. He fights like fucking
well, like what's the name? You talking about the dude Roy Jones beat up?
yeah, Johnny Ruiz. He fights a
Yeah,
little bit
there we
like
go.
him,
Yeah.
but he has like a David Tua like style. You know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't compare him to David Tua because David Tua, nobody fights like David Tua. David Tua is ridiculous. David Tua was somebody that people were scared would smoke Mike Tyson like with one punch. So I wouldn't go that far, but yeah, he got some John Ruiz in him. I'll give him that.
Yeah,
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And there's another Hispanic heavyweight that he fights just like. But yeah, no, and that was another low key fight of the year that just went swept under the rug. People weren't paying attention, but I'm like Leonard Piro, like I like honestly, no cap, that version of Leonard Piro that we saw fight Brazon, that dude probably whoop AJ ass right now.
yeah, yeah,
That dude would probably get in there and make AJ look like a bitch.
yeah. I know, right?
Oh, what's up, PGH, big dog? Yeah, no cap. That was like both. Honestly, like Bruzon probably get knocked out because he keeps his head too straight up and he keeps his chin up high. So AJ probably knock his ass out. But Leonard Piro, especially being a southpaw, he'll get in there and he might fuck around and make AJ look like some bullshit.
Pero would beat the crap out of Frank Sanchez.
That's a close fight. I think it goes the distance, but yeah, he probably beat Frank up because he hits
Yeah,
harder.
I don't, I don't know, man. Like I kind of feel like some of these really good heavyweight Cubans need to be moved like a little bit faster. I could be wrong though, but Pero, he's a beast. Like I think he deserves to fight anybody in the top 50 or top 100 at least. But I was gonna ask for for the undercard for the Lopez Campa fight card. Of like what's your thoughts on Xander Zayas versus this Mexican dude,
Uh,
Alas?
Now that you brought it up, I'm pulling up BoxRec so I can get the whole undercard in front of me right now. Because I'm not gonna lie, I haven't done that much research on it because Teofimo Lopez makes me sick. But let me look. Okay, so we got Xander's Eyes versus Elias Espadas. Who's this? Oh, okay, so he's a veteran dude. He could punch a little bit, and he has 4 losses, but he hasn't been knocked out before. That's good smoke. I mean, this is basically like a slight upgrade from who Xander's Ass has usually been fighting. I've never seen this dude fight. He's some dude out of Mexico. That's fine. I mean, Xander hasn't fought in a little bit, and he only has 13 fights, so I'm not tripping. I'm not. I'm not putting lots of pressure on Xander's eyes right now because he's a child and he only has 13 fights. So what can we really expect?
Yeah, like I'm kind of happy that he's fighting this guy because like I was supposed to see him fight at the Edgar Berlanga card, and he was gonna fight some like 38-year-old Kazakhstani veteran, and I'm like, really? Like you're gonna be fighting some old ass guy that no one's like ever heard of, but on top of that, it's like Xander, like Xander at this point of his career, heading into his 14th fight, he needs to be fighting like high level opposition. And I'm not saying like give him Charles Conwell because I like originally wanted him to fight Charles Conwell, but then
What?
oh wait, like on what?
You wanted him to fight Charles Conwell?
Yeah, I was being very ignorant at that point, but
Oh shit! Oh, like Charles Conwell will run him the fuck over. Oh god, I don't even want to see that. Honestly,
yeah,
Charles Conwell, like honestly, like I don't need right now, like where Charlo is in his career. I don't even want Charlo to fight Charles Conwell because Charles Conwell will fuck around and get one good punch off and then rearrange Charlo's shit. I don't even want Charlo to be fighting his ass.
damn,
Charles
yeah,
Conwell's a
that's
scary
crazy.
motherfucker, man. That dude can fight.
Charles Conwell like reminds me of like a like he reminds me of Jax from Mortal Kombat, but he's like he's like Jax mixed like mixed with fucking Raiden, like
Yeah, he killed Patrick Day.
yeah.
That dude punched hard than a motherfucker. He killed Patrick. He
he's
killed
next he's
Patrick.
next to Subriel Matias.
Yeah, he killed Patrick Day while throwing no illegal shots. Like it was like it wasn't like no fucking Pritchard Cologne type shit. He literally just beat Patrick Day to death. It was just awful. Like nah, don't wish that on Xander's eyes. That man, Xander's eyes is so young and his neck is so small. Charles Conwell will get the wrong punch off and that's it.
Just beat him up like a fucking Rottweiler whipping on a basically whipping on like a poodle.
Yeah, like that's terrible. Like if it was for a vacant 154 title, I guess. But if it's for nothing, nah, that's crazy.
Yeah. Nah, but I just wanted to like put that out there because I really thought Xander could have like a chance against him, but then looking at like the style and the progression, I'm like, yeah, Charles would probably have killed Xander, in that fight.
We
So
gotta see. We just gotta see Xander operate at a high level. We gotta see him in a position where he has to make adjustments. We gotta see him in a position where he's facing adversity and handling it well, and he's utilizing all of his tools and his assets and doing everything. We gotta see him in that type of situation. And right now he's just 13 and it's like he's chilling. He's chilling right now, and a lot of the division is either wrapped up or just trash. Like a lot of the division is currently busy gunning for Charlo, or the rest of the division is ass. Like if Top Rank could do decent business with PBC, I'd recommend he fight like Joey Spencer or somebody like his level.
Joey Spencer, he has a pretty tough test in front of him. He's gonna be facing Kevin Salgado.
Okay, that's good. It's about time they level his ass up. Something. He's been on chill mode. He has around the same number of fights as Xander. I think he's got like 12, 10, 12 fights and shit like that.
Yeah, he had like a draw with Brian Perella.
We got a draw.
Yeah,
Oh shit! I didn't even realize. I didn't even realize him and fucking Joey Spencer fought. I must have been watching. That's just funny as fuck. I didn't know Joey Spencer had a draw.
I mean
I
Joey
thought
Spencer.
no
Oh,
Joey
yeah.
Spencer. Joey
Yeah.
Spencer has no draws. You might be thinking of Tony Harrison.
Yeah, like like I was saying, like for like for Kevin, like him fighting Joey Spencer would be like a more favorable matchup for him, but Joey would be in like a much more difficult fight because like as far as like what I can see just by looking at the style, I think Kevin might be a bad style matchup for him.
Well, this is where we see what Joey Spencer is actually made of. Can you fight or can you not fight? part of the art of boxing is being able to adjust to difficult situations. So if Joey Spencer gets in here and looks like some bullshit, then we'll see. It's just like Milnicki. Milnicki was knocking everything out, and people were like, "Oh my God, Milnicki's next up. Milnicki's next up."
He's the
PBC market
ultimate badass.
right. And then he gets in there with fucking James Martin, who has 0 knockouts at welterweight, and gets his ass beat. So it's like, okay, well, I mean, now we kind of see where you're at, bro.
James Martin, he's a fucking underrated fighter, man. He's so
Very
good.
good, very good boxer, and that's the difference between the American style and the Queensberry style. Is that James Martin uses his style to adjust to his attributes. James Martin knows he has no fucking power, so he fights like it. He's not like he doesn't get in there and get reckless, try to bang and do all that nonsense. So he fights like he has no power because he knows he has no power.
Yeah, he fights like a very educated like version of who's that one fighter that was so good back in his day? Um, like like he shadows like a little bit like like a Meldrick Taylor, but obviously not entirely.
Well, yeah. Whenever he gets pressed against the ropes, I can see a little bit of Meldrick when he's throwing uppercuts on the inside, trying to get people off of him. But no, I mean, he like takes the classic of the classic African American style, using the jab, moving your feet, keeping your head off the line, that sort of thing. But
Yeah.
like I said, the most important thing in boxing is adapting. I mean, outside the jab, is adapting your fighting style to your attributes. You have to know what you can and cannot do. It's just like when I see dumbasses like Teofimo Lopez using the Philly shell. It's like, dude, you are not that athletic. You're very athletic, but you're not athletic enough to make the Philly shell work for you. You're not rolling your shoulder. You're not bending at the waist. You're not getting your head out of the way because you're not that fast. It's the same reason why Josh Kelly got his ass whooped by Avanizian. He was trying to use that Philly shell. Nigga thought he was Mayweather and Roy Jones and shit, and he got knocked out.
Oh yeah, Josh Kelly.
Yeah, he was fighting in a style that didn't serve his attributes. It's like, dude, you're not that fast. You're not that fast. You're not that athletic. You're not that defensively sound. So just use a style that works for you. Like even put don't be afraid to put the bunny ears on. Like get in the high guard every now and again.
Yeah. I saw him recently fight on some boring ass card, and he looked like hot dog water.
He looked terrible. He looked terrible. He's coming back. Like he literally took a multiple steps down in competition, and he looks worse than he ever has. I'm like, bro, you look better in the fight where you got knocked out than when you're actually winning these things. I honestly feel bad for Josh Kelly. His career is fucked. I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do with him. But he's talking about chasing titles. I'm like, bro, like everybody at 147 whoops your ass. Most of 154 whoops your ass. I don't even think you should even talk about middleweight, even though middleweight sucks right now. So it's just like, whew, it's tough, man.
Shit, Conor Benn, he's gonna fight Chris Eubank.
Yeah, those bitches are fighting at a catch weight of 157, which is some bullshit. I understand. Like Conor Ben's bitch ass should be fighting 147. He was talking big shit about Virgil Ortiz Jr. They're both on the zone. No excuse there. And Chris Eubank should have been fighting Charlo. There were negotiations like a year or two ago, but then negotiations broke down, i.e., the motherfucker didn't want actual smoke.
Yeah. Yeah, Chris Eubank, he's just so suspect, man.
Both those dudes make me sick. Like, and Chris Eubank is getting trained by Roy Jones Jr. I'm like, so you don't have any confidence? Like, with the great Roy Jones in the corner, you got no confidence?
I don't think Roy Jones is a good trainer.
I think he is, and I'm not saying that he's like the best trainer. I think he is because with the fighters that he trains, you can see Roy Jones's improvements in their next fight. Like Brian Perella has gotten better under him. Chris Eubank under Roy Jones has gotten so much better. He used to be fucking awful.
Oh yeah. That's
Oh
true.
my God, Chris Eubanks could not fight. Chris Eubank was terrible, and then he got over Roy Jones and started actually looking like a boxer. And I'm like, oh, okay. So that's the only reason why I actually pay attention to Eubank because he trained by Roy Jones. But no, I disagree. I think Roy Jones is a good trainer. He just needs he needs more good examples to show that. He needs people to go train with him.
Yeah. Um, I was gonna say like as far as the I guess at the state of the middleweight division, do you think Charlo should just move up, or how do you like how do you think this is all gonna play out after Canelo Triple G?
Personally, well, since Triple G is moving up, I think Triple G needs to vacate the belts and stop holding up the division so Charlo can go ahead and unify against whoever. Some people can scrap for vacants, and then Charlo can unify. So right now, this is a good time to stay at 160. But like I don't know what's gonna happen with Triple G in the belts. Like the moment he goes up, he should vacate. Like Triple G should have been vacated the moment he signed to fight Canelo. Like get the fuck out of here, bro. You're going to 168 now. I don't know why he's holding on to this fucking shit. Because Canelo is not competing for middleweight titles anymore. So I don't know. It's weird, but I think that if once Triple G gets his ass beat, and he finally vacates, I think that's the opportune time for Charlo to make 160 if he can still do it comfortably. Because that's the only reason I'm assuming he's still down there. Because if he cannot make 160 comfortably, then he should have been got his ass up in 168 and started beating people up.
Yeah,
But apparently he's still good with 160 because he's talking shit, talking about he wants to fight Andrade now.
yeah, I don't see that happening. But then on top of it, if Andrade is vacating his WBO, then he should just go ahead and beat up Janabek.
Well, that's a mandatory, so he should beat up Janabek anyway, and then get the Charlo smoke right after.
Yeah, but I thought Andrade's gonna fight Zach Parker.
That shit got canceled.
Oh, so he's not going up to 168 no more?
Well, he was going up to 168 and still keeping his 160 title.
Oh, okay. So he's trying to he's trying to hold two consecutive belts in two different divisions.
No, he's only going up to 168 with the hopes of getting a Canelo fight, even though Canelo already told his dumbass that fight's never gonna happen.
Yeah, I don't understand why he keeps doing that. I mean, he should fight Caleb Plant for that matter, or fight who, David Benavidez.
David Benavidez and his management have made it clear they want no Andre smoke, so that's that. And yeah, but him and Plant is a good fight. But Plant was calling Charlo name, Plant was calling Andre Durrell name, and I mean Anthony Durrell name, and Plant's still spending his Canelo money. So I don't know what the fuck Plant is doing, but yeah, that would be a good fight.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think at this point of Andrew's career, either you need to just fight some veteran level names or just get out.
He needs
I
to beat
don't.
up. He needs to beat up Janabek for talking all that shit.
Yeah, just beat his ass up. That would be
Yeah.
a great fight.
People swear that Janabek is this ultimate fucking warrior, this ultimate badass. So if Andre beats him, then he deserves respect. People are like, oh, this is Andre's first real opponent. Okay, cool. So then when Andre beats him the fuck up, then is he gonna get any respect, or are you just gonna be like, oh, well, he was never a champion, so
Yeah. But it's like Janabek really thinks he's gonna beat him though. And it's just like, dude, like you didn't really earn your position to
Yeah,
actually be. Yeah,
I have no idea where Janabek got his hype from. The caliber of people that he's beaten, he has the same resume as Murata minus Triple G. Him and Murata have beat up the same fucking people. So I'm just like, I have no idea where Janabek's hype come from. And the dude that he recently beat up, fucking what's his name, Dignam. Those are the same type of people that Andrade fights. But with like Andrade knocked out Quigley in 2 fucking rounds, and people were talking shit. But then Janabek knocks out Dignam, and Janabek's real. Like what? Doesn't make any fucking sense.
dude, Janabek, I don't even think he's gonna make it. I think he's gonna get knocked out by like some no name dude. Like he fights so limited.
I mean, he's people just think that because he's some fucking dude from Uzbekistan that he can automatically fight. I'm like, bro, look at fucking Beck the Bully. Everyone thought Beck the Bully was gonna ruin the division. Gets his ass wasted by fucking Gabe Rosado of all people. Got his head damn near chopped off by Gabe Rosado, dude with 15 losses. Like, come on, bro. Like these dudes, These bitch dudes, they come out of certain countries and they think everybody can fight, and it's like, no, man, he's just a southpaw. He has some decent power, but look at his opposition. You're literally in front of my very fucking eyes giving this dude credit for smoking someone that you would criticize Andrade for. Like if Andrade fought Dignam and smoked him in 3 rounds, like he smoked Quigley in 2, people would say Andrade fought another bum. But because Janabek did it, all of a sudden, oh, Janabek is certified. Andrade's running from Janabek. Like, bro, get the fuck out of here, man.
Yeah.
Andrade needs to go ahead and heal his little shoulder, whatever the fuck, and smoke this Janabek dude, and then go fight Charlo and potentially lose. Who knows?
Yeah. I just think at this point, Charlo just needs to get David Benavidez out the way, or probably just end up facing some notable names just to stay busy. Because I thought Charlo was supposed to come back in June, but I guess he had that injury, so I don't know what's going on with him.
Yeah, he was supposed to fight Selecki, but he had a back injury.
Oh, okay, so he's just healing up, or
I mean, basically, that's all he can do at this point. He's just healing for now.
yeah. How do you think Jermell Charlo is gonna scale against Tim Tszyu?
Oh my God, Jamel gonna beat the shit out of Tim Tszyu. Tim Tszyu's not good. I mean, look, Tim Tszyu looks aggressive. He can punch, but his best win is fucking Jeff Horn coming up from welterweight. Like, so Tim Tszyu can't box. I mean, look, well, he came across the pond and fought Terrell Gausset, and he whooped Terrell Gausset's ass. True, that's great. But he got put on his ass in the first round by a dude with a 50% knockout ratio. Man, Jamel Charlo gonna tear his little ass out the frame, and he better get credit because people were talking shit. Oh, Jamel gonna duck Tim Tszyu. Jamel gonna duck Tim Tszyu, and then the moment the fucking fight gets made, oh well, Tim Tszyu hasn't really fought anybody. Oh yeah, exactly. This motherfucker's not good.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a very bad night for all these weird ass Australian boxing fans that say, oh, like we gotta let the best talent in the world, mate. Nah, man, like Australian boxing is only good when you have people that are not from Australia that does good for your for your country's skill level of talent.
Exactly. Costa Tszyu is not Australian. He's Russian. He's I think he's like Russian and Korean or I think he's Russian and Korean. And his son Tim Tszyu is a mixture of Russian and Korean. Kambosos is from Greece. So yeah, the best Australian fighters are not even Australian. Like Jeff Horn I think is Australian. That's why that nigga sucks.
Yeah, it's pretty sad.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, boohoo. But like I said, all the people that were talking big shit, talking, oh, Charlo not gonna fight Tim Tszyu. He gonna run from Tim Tszyu. Okay, now that the fight is set for early next year, when Charlo smokes Tim Tszyu, he better get full fucking credit.
Yeah. I think Charlo's gonna stop him in like one round.
I currently think it's gonna go the distance, but I'm gonna know from the very first opening round because if we see the Charlo that fought Castano in the second fight, Tim Tszyu is getting knocked smooth the fuck out, like unconscious, knocked out. Because Tim Tszyu comes straight forward. He throws everything with power. He gets tired. He can't fight in the clinch. He can't fight off the back foot. And the moment Charlo presses him, he's probably gonna fold. Maybe to the body, maybe to the head. But like, there's just a lot of shit Tim Tszyu can't do. There's a lot of things Tim Tszyu cannot do. And what's worse is that much like Virgil Ortiz Jr., he doesn't move his head. So
Yeah.
these are all bad things. So yeah, I honestly, and you can tell that people switch their faith around. First they were like, oh, Tim Tszyu could beat Charlo, and then the moment the fight got made, they actually watched Tim Tszyu's fights and they were like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were like, wow, yeah, Tim Tszyu's gonna get in there and get destroyed. I'm like, yeah, he can't fucking box. He can punch some, but he can't box.
Yeah, his boxing IQ is trash.
Yeah, Charlo can punch and box.
Charlo has gotten way better throughout the development with Derek James. Derek James needs way more credit. I gotta do like a video series of like best trainers of our generation in boxing.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Derek James, his method is proven. His system is effective. I mean, there was that one situation with Harrison, which some people say was a robbery, but got to give Harrison his respect. Tony Harrison is talented, and it comes from the Kronk School, which is another good school of boxing. So, it is what it is. You win some, you lose some. But yeah, no, it's Derek James' method is proven and effective, and Charlo's gifted.
Yeah. I was gonna switch fight cards, and I wanted to get your take on Adrian Broner versus Omar Figueroa.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Okay, well, I'm happy to see AB box, but I'm gonna tell you this, and I'm gonna say it in public. If AB Adrian about Billions Broner fuck around and lose to Omar Figueroa, I never in life want to see AB box ever a fucking game. Never in life. I want Adrian Broner to retire permanently if he loses this fucking fight. No cap. But let's see. Uh, they got Evan Holyfield fighting after he got knocked the fuck out his last fight.
Evan
By the,
Holyfield.
by the way, I just want to go on record. I told you niggas. I remember people were like, "Oh, Evan Holyfield is certified." I'm like, like he sucks.
Yo, Evan's actually rematching with the guy that knocked him out.
Oh my god! I mean, I guess that's good, but oh shit! If he get knocked out again, I swear to God, this.
You better stop boxing.
Oh boy! But yeah, nah, that shit is fucking funny. But oh shit, wait, this is a good ass card.
Yeah, it's actually a pretty lit card.
This is good. They got Brandon Figueroa versus William. Okay, I like that.
Brandon Lee.
Yeah, my bad.
Oh, William. William Madera. He's from my area out here in Albany. I don't know who he is, but
I've seen. I think I've seen a few or one or two of his fights. He's not terrible, so this is going to be good. Especially Brandon Lee had an ass performance last time, so that was garbage.
yeah.
Oh shit, Roger Gutierrez crossed the pond over in PBC and he's gonna fight. Okay, Hector Luis Garcia gonna beat his ass.
Yeah, Gutierrez. Hector Garcia he could very well beat him.
Hector Garcia is going to beat him. Roger Gutierrez ain't that good. Like just because did you watch the fights where he won his belt?
Yeah, I saw it.
He's not that good. Hector Garcia gonna beat the shit out of him. Poyo versus Akhmedov. That's gonna be a good ass fight.
Alberto could very well stop him.
Yeah.
I think he might stop him.
Yeah, Akhmedov probably gonna get. That's gonna be a close ass fight though, because Akhmedov is tough and he can punch some. So
see now, the good thing about this is that the WBA is now vacant. So by the rules, if he wins this title, I'm pretty sure they're probably gonna start feeding him over to probably the number one contender behind him, which, if I'm not mistaken, at 140, he has. Give me 1 second, because I literally just saw it the other day, but I could be wrong. But yeah, he has Mr. Ismail Barroso, and there's O'Hara Davies at number 4, and then Sandor Martin at 5, and then Regis Prograis at number 6, and then moving further down is Shakram Giasov at 7, Tiafimo at number 8 for some weird ass reason, and then Cletus, yeah.
Regis is about to get the WBC belt.
Yeah. Him and Zepeda, they're gonna fight each other.
Yeah, and for all the shit Regis talk, I expect Regis to get in there and knock Zepeda smooth the fuck out of here, because Regis been talking too much shit. He been talking all this big shit about how he's avoided and nobody wants to fight him and blah 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 blah. All right, nigga, now you have a championship fight again. Show us why they were avoiding you.
Yeah, to all you Regis Prograis fans, just to let you know, I I basically reposted a video that Kana Loco Sports put out not too long ago, and he literally had a video where Subriel Matias called out Regis Prograis, and he literally said within some article that said where he said towards Regis Prograis, if it's fear you feel, then I would fear myself. Like, if he didn't want to fight me or some shit like that. I can even pull it up for you guys, but yeah, Subriel Matias has been like aggressively calling him out, and the response that I be getting from all these Regis Prograis dick writers is that they say, "Ah, nah, man, Regis would knock him out. He would beat he would beat the living crap out of him. He's been like the most avoided man at 140 since, God knows when." And I'm like, if he's been like the most avoided, why isn't he going after all the other killers? Because, like it clearly shows he's trying to move a certain way where he doesn't want to get his ass kicked, but at the same time, 140 is full of sharks. So it's like, which path is he gonna go? He doesn't have that many opportunities. But
And
on top
140
of
is
that,
not even 140 is not even full of sharks either. It's like five niggas. like it's like
yeah,
five
yeah, yeah,
people. It's
yeah,
like five people that are actually hard to beat. Everybody else is fucking trash. Like this nigga, like Regis just got finished fighting fucking Tyrone McKenna. Like who the fuck is that?
yeah. But it's like people try to say that 140 is like the best division because everyone fights each other, but I disagree with that. I don't think everybody fights each other at 140. I think like the only reason why people think of that way is because 140 is only held to a certain standard where you only see good fights because the guys that are wanting to get the titles, they're gonna just use that to move up to 147 just to have more leverage.
And we don't really see like a lot of super good fights at 140. Like Josh Taylor's run was overrated as fuck. Like we had Zapata versus Baranchik. That was a good fight. We had Josh Taylor versus Jose Ramirez. That was a good fight. We had fucking what? I mean, Prograis versus Taylor was a good fight, especially because I thought Prograis would beat Taylor. But that's just me. But yeah, but there haven't been that many super duper uber good fights at 140. I mean, shit, the welterweight division is actually popping, where a lot of everybody's actually good, but those people aren't fighting either. But it's just because they saw Josh Taylor mix it up a little bit for his undisputed run, and then they're like, oh, everyone's fighting each other. I'm like, Super Matias hasn't fought any of those people. Gary Antoine Russell hasn't fought any of those people. Sandor Martin only fought Mikey Garcia because Mikey Garcia didn't want to box no more. So there's a bunch of people. Regis Prograis only fought Taylor, and that's pretty much it. And Baranchik needs to fucking retire because he sucks. But yeah, like people are making it seem like all these people they're scrapping. I'm like, no, you seen a few niggas scrapping. That's it. You saw fucking more fucking what Ramirez versus Hooker. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah, let's talk about Maurice Hooker versus Blair Cobbs. I was laughing my ass off the entire night.
I picked Blair. I picked Blair to beat his ass too.
Oh my God, Hooker was talking all that shit, and he got whipped.
I picked Blair to beat Hooker before I even heard about Hooker being overweight because Hooker can't handle pressure. Hooker can't handle pressure, and whenever you come at Hooker and wildly swing on him, he doesn't know what to do. Because that's all Ramirez did on him. Ramirez pressed him going backwards, and that's how Ramirez was able to get the knockout. Because Ramirez is a better boxer than Cobbs. But I knew Cobbs was gonna come back hard. I knew Cobbs was gonna be concerned about getting knocked smooth the fuck out because that's what happened to him his last fight. So I knew he was gonna apply the pressure, and I knew he was gonna be a little bit more defensively responsible, which is why when he was up on rounds, he just started running around the ring and not even engaging Hooker because he's like, I want to win this fight. But yeah, Maurice Hooker has always been very limited. He doesn't punch very hard. He can't fight off the back foot. His defensive responsibility lacks a lot. So it's like, yeah, like he was one of those people that was just a title holder. And that's why when Jose Ramirez came up, he got the shit beat out of him. And also, this is only Hooker's second fight at welterweight. People got to understand.
Yeah, he's not a welterweight.
Yeah, he's coming up from 140. So Hooker's introduction to welterweight was getting knocked out by Virgil Ortiz Jr. This is only his second fight at welterweight. and the power. He didn't have power at 140, and the power is clearly not carrying up to 147. So yeah, like Blair Cobb's a career welterweight. So I had Cobb's winning that shit.
Yeah. Man, that is just crazy, man. It's just wild because like I gotta start making like a YouTube series for boxing trainers, but I gotta make a series directed towards trainers that should be on Fraud Watch. And I think the very first video that I need to do is Bomac, because Bomac was hot garbage the entire FM fight, hands down.
Yeah, that shit was funny because he had a 3 pound weight advantage. He had Bomac and Terrence Crawford in his corner. He had championship credentials. He had championship fighting experience. He held the belt before at a lower division. All that, and he still fucking lost. And he lost to Blair Cobb, someone who's not even good. Like
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, like that's terrible. Like
Sad.
Bomac, Shane McGuigan, Virgil Hunter, them, like maybe
Isaac Lowe.
Isaac Lowe's not a trainer. He's a shitty boxer.
Like I'm thinking about. Well, didn't I hear that Fury's gonna get trained by this Isaac something guy?
That's just Fury's way of giving his buddy a paycheck because his buddy sucks dick at boxing. That man's not gonna coach Tyson Fury. It's just like the only reason why Tyson Fury feels comfortable getting rid of Sugar Hill now is because he learned everything. He spent 2 years with Sugar Hill. He's gonna be using Sugar Hill's tactics, Sugar Hill's methods. He's basically he's just at the point where he's learned everything. He doesn't need to be coached. He doesn't need to be coached anymore by Sugar Hill because he learned everything he needed to. Not to mention, outside of Deontay Wilder, the heavyweight division isn't really shit. The only people that can really beat Fury's ass are too far away in the rankings.
Yeah, I mean Deontay Wilder has the highest capability, but
Of course, if he just but he has to show up as the proper Deontay Wilder. He was trying too much new shit, trying to beat up Fury as opposed to sticking to what almost worked the first time.
yeah,
Like
I think-
he just kept trying to switch shit up. It's like why would you switch things up when you pretty much beat him the first time? You dropped his ass twice and almost knocked him smooth out. Why would you
Yeah.
alter your game plan from that?
he should have used up the same tactics from the first fight.
Exactly.
Minus from from coming in super big and weight, but Deontay was killing him with that jab, to the body, and if he just drilled it early game and just used the tactics from the first fight, he would have knocked him out pretty bad.
Yeah, I mean Deontay Wilder's gas tank has never been legendary, but he thought that it would help him some to gain weight, and that didn't work out at all. It just wasn't a good decision. Like if you have a formula that almost worked, why would you tweak it far in the opposite direction?
Yeah, great points.
And it's fucking and JD doesn't know shit. He's just a dude that owns the gym. And Mark Breland was an op the whole time apparently. So he just he wasn't getting the proper advice because and Team Bomb Squad, whoever's on that team, they don't seem to know shit about shit because you just sat there and let all that happen. I'm like, hey Deontay, with all due respect, I can appreciate where you're coming from strategy wise, but you had him. Your gas tank was good. It almost worked. Let's just repeat the same shit we did the first time with a few minor tweaks to your boxing. Let's make the jab a little bit more active. Maybe use the right hand a little bit more often. Do some hooks to the body, some uppercuts, and just see what happens.
Yeah,
They let him go off the chain and do all this crazy shit. And it's like, God damn it,
yeah,
Yeah. So, that's just what happens. It was a combination of what happened to him because there was some fuckery involved, cheating, and poor counsel.
yes, sir. But I was gonna talk about Deontay Wilder for a little bit. I heard word of mouth that there could be a rumor that Deontay and Robert Helenius could be set for the Barclays Center sometime soon.
No, that doesn't seem like rumor. That seems like it's happening. It's set for October 15th, and it's going to be on pay-per-view. They just got to stack the card.
I mean, I find it so weird because like we're already in August, so it's like shouldn't they be promoting this fight by now?
I mean, it's a non-title fight, and I mean, Wilder doesn't need that much promotion. He's fucking Wilder, and Hellenius is a decent opponent. He whooped Kalnaki's ass twice, and probably permanently damaged him because Kalnaki came back looking like hot garbage. And
Kaunaki got ripped.
yeah, he was fucking terrible. But
Yeah, his ass beat.
but yeah, so it's a good fight, but it's like I said, it's non-title, and they just need to put some people on
Yes, sir. I was going to talk about the Teofimo Lopez Pedro Campa fight. How do you see that fight going?
it. I watched like I think I watched like one of Pedro Campos fights, so it's the reason why he's matched up with this dude is because this is supposed to be someone Teofimo can beat. So I expect Teofimo to knock his ass out because like who is matchmaking you with like. So I'm expecting him to go in and be able to knock this dude out because that's why he's here to try to get his swag back, get his notoriety, get his hype back. So that's what I expect to happen. I expect him to come in and knock whoever the fuck this random dude is out.
Yeah, I'm of the minority to think that Teofimo is going to get knocked out by Pedro.
Is
But
Pedro
I
really
think
that guy?
I think the only reason why that I'm saying that is because Pedro, he's a very good aggressive inside fighter, but if he doesn't, you know, come in very precise with his shots, then like you could very well stop him. But he's only been stopped once his entire career, but ever since that stoppage, he's been like getting like nonstop victories. And I think he's only had like one draw, if I'm not mistaken.
How many
But
knockouts does he have?
knockouts, I think he has over 23 knockouts. Yeah,
Yeah, but
23 KOs
out of how many fights?
in 36 fights. Out of 36 fights,
Okay, okay.
he
So
had a split decision draw with Abner Lopez.
okay, well, I mean, shit. Like I said, I mean, Tiafimo has all the advantages. He's been in there with the more experienced competition. So, like I said, and also there's a reason why they picked this dude instead of Liam Pero. So, I'm expecting Tiafimo to come in and knock this dude out. And if he doesn't, then wow, like back to the fucking drawing board. He gonna be in there. He gonna be in there. He gonna be in there looking like Gabriel Flores.
Yeah, and I think Teofimo, like, I don't think he's that good, but the only thing that saves him is his power. That's pretty much it. Like,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna say he's the most talented boxer in the world, but he can box some. But yeah, he does have a power bailout if he can land some shots.
yeah. But I think the fight's probably gonna just end up going to a decision or late round knockout. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, yeah,
But
very well could be the case.
yeah, I was gonna switch gears and ask about the undercard. How do you see some of these undercard fights that are gonna be happening on the card?
The on the Tiafimo card, the Tiafimo
Yeah.
combo.
Yep.
Let me go back to it really fast.
I don't think I can hear you.
No, I said let me go back to the card really fast.
Yeah. There's a Duke Reagan versus D'Angelo Fuentes,
Oh,
Andres Cortez.
Duke Graydon fighting somebody undefeated. That's cool.
Yeah, D'Angelo, he's a good fighter. He has decent power, but he's a pretty good come forward aggressive fighter.
And Troy Isley
Um,
fighting again. That's cool.
yeah, Troy Isley against Victor Tony. I think Victor Tony might give him, a little bit of trouble, but I think Troy's gonna stop him. And then we got Omar Rosario against Esteban Munoz. Um, I think that's gonna be a pretty good fight. And then you got Charlie Sheehy against some other undefeated dude, Juan Castaneda Valle. And then you got obviously Cortez versus Abraham Montoya. I think this is going to be a very good fight for the main card. I think Cortez might do some damage at lightweight or super featherweight. Not too sure what division he campaigns at.
Yeah. Well, I think the favorites, like the bottom four, I think the favorites are gonna win because they're early in their careers and those are the fights that are set up. Like Charlie Sheehy has three fucking fights, so he should be able to beat whoever he's fighting. Rosario's probably gonna beat the hell out of whoever he's fighting. He only has 7 fights. Duke Reagan, I'm worried about Duke Reagan in the future because Duke Reagan seems to have a power issue.
Yeah, I agree.
Duke Reagan got 6 victories and one fucking knockout. Like I acknowledge that these fights are quick. They're like 4, 6 rounds, whatever. But that's a little disconcerting. Troy Isley has made some good improvements because the fight before his last fight he looked like shit. So I'm glad he's made some improvements there. His punch selection was terrible. He was very sloppy. He couldn't create any space. He was struggling on the inside. So I'm glad he fixed that shit. Um, I'm not gonna lie. Jose Vivas and Mercado. I really have not watched much of either one of those people. So, they're featherweight. So good luck to them. Zaya should be able to beat up whoever the fuck he's fighting. That this Mexican dude.
Yeah,
Um, and Andrea Cortez and Montoya. Fuck, what is up with Top Rank and all these 130 ass fighters? They got a bunch of fucking dudes at 130. Like Jesus Christ, like their whole fucking stable fights at 130. It's crazy. But
yeah.
yeah, that one might be a toss up. I've seen Abraham Montoya fight. But yeah, this Cortez person, they're 17-0. I don't know let's see how many knockouts they got. 17-0 with 10 knockouts, so they're not extremely powerful. Oh yeah, I've seen this dude fight. That could be interesting. I'm gonna pick Cortez, but it could go either way.
Yeah, I think Cortez is decent. I'm pretty sure once he increases competition, it's probably going to be a whole different story. But I think it'll be pretty interesting to see how he's going to be moved at the world title level. But I was going to switch gears to the final fight card that I'm definitely looking forward to. Uh, I'm looking forward to the Andy Ruiz and Luis Ortiz fight. So, what's your thoughts?
That's gonna be a good fight. To be honest, I want Luis Ortiz to win because that means that Wilder's gonna have to get a lot more fucking respect. But to be quite honest, you know, well, that's the thing. Andy Ruiz is weird. Every time Andy Ruiz looks like he's training hard, he comes back and looks like shit. So like he had a year of proper diet and exercise under Reynoso, came back against fucking what's his name against Areola and looks horrible. So I don't know if the weight loss is going to affect his punch resistance. I don't know if his power is going to carry like that because I mean the nigga like for heavyweight he fights a lot. Like he has 34 fights and 22 knockouts. So it seems like as he levels up in comp, outside from AJ stupid asses, him getting knockouts is kind of a bitch.
Yeah,
So and he lost to Joseph Parker, like so it's yeah, so it's I don't know, we gotta see, but the card is not showing up on BoxRec. So who is on that card?
I got the fights here on Tapeology.com. Um, you got Kevin Salgado versus Joey Spencer. That'll be on the preliminary. You got Rais Alim versus Mike
Ooh,
Mike Plania. Oh my God, that's gonna be a lit ass fight. And for those of you that don't know who Mike Plania is, he's that Filipino dude that beat up Joshua Greer back in COVID period
Right,
when
right.
Top Rank was having like the bubble fight. So if you don't know who he is, he's a very very good fighter. Very very talented. He has a lot of good power heading into the late game, but he's very quick and very athletic with his shots. But he'll be going up against Rais Salim. For those of you that don't know who he is, he's a very dangerous super bantamweight fighter. He should be on his way to getting a title shot very soon. But he just had a recent fight with Eduardo Baez, and he also had two back-to-back knockout victories. Prior before back in 2020 and 2021. But um, yeah, this is going to be a very dangerous, fight. I think Mike Plania will very well get stopped, but I think Rice is just going to break him down and destroy him.
Yeah, I think that Ray's gonna get that ass too. The Salgado Spencer fight is a good fight. I like this fight because it's a good test for Joey Spencer to see if he's real or not. So that's really both of them because Salgado has 12 fights and Joey Spencer has 15. So that's good smoke for both of them.
Yep.
Uh, El Rayo is gonna beat the shit out of this dude Corrales because El Rayo is crazy. Wow, Abner fucking Mares, Jesus Christ. Uh, I don't.
Garbage.
Shit, I don't know. I hope Abner wins because this is comeback fight or whatever. But if he doesn't, tough titty nigga. Um. Oh, they got Zerdito. I
Yep,
really
yep.
like. I really like Zerdito Ramirez. But oh shit, he's fighting Isaac Cruz. Oh shit.
Yeah, he fighting Pitbull.
Uh,
Fighting
yeah,
Pitbull.
yeah. Zerdito's probably gonna get knocked the fuck out. And I say that because Zerdito is talented. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think he punches hard enough to get Isaac Cruz up off his ass. And sometimes he leaves his hands down. And Isaac Cruz always throws overhand shots and shots to the body. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and probably pick Isaac Cruz. Well, I'll probably pick Isaac Cruz maybe by. That's tough. Zerdito, he could go the distance, but I'll probably pick Isaac Cruz by probably late stoppage.
Yeah, I'm probably
If,
gonna have
if
to side
not
with you on that.
if not an outright knockout, because like I said, Zerdito leaves his hands down, and if Isaac Cruz cracks his ass that overhand right, it could be a bad situation. But Zerdito's never been stopped. But again, he doesn't really hit hard enough. Out of 27 fights, he has 12 knockouts. So, wah 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 wah.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty stupid decision after you beating Luis Melendez for the WBC title eliminator, and then you want to move up to 135 and fight Pitbull. That doesn't make any sense.
No, it's a good money fight because Zerdito's career, it's not gonna really move forward because like it's just this is a good money fight. I'm glad he's doing this because this is a good exposure, good money fight, good name on his resume if he can get it.
Yeah,
But
if he could beat him, yeah,
yeah, if he could beat him, which is a fucking long shot. But you know, it's
yeah,
yeah, it's a good situation. So better this than absolutely nothing.
yeah. I think it's either gonna go to the decision, or it's probably gonna get I think honestly I think Pitbull might stop him early. I think Zerdito's gonna get hit once, at the right time, at the right round, and it's gonna be a very very bad night for him.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I don't know about early because he has a lot of energy, he throws a lot of punches, he goes to the body well. So I don't know about early, but yeah, I do not believe that he will survive the fight. I think eventually he's just gonna get hit with some shit, and he's gonna double over.
Yeah, I agree with that. Um, I was gonna talk about the other fight that's very good on this card: Jezreel Corrales versus Jose Valenzuela.
I think Orion is gonna torch Buddy because El Rayo has too much. He has too much going on. He just has too much. He throws every punch. He's fast as shit. He's strong as hell. The only way to beat him is to honestly, I think the only way to beat him is if you can't outbox him from the outside because he's really long. The only way to beat him is to punch with him and hope some lucky shit lands. But the chances
Dude,
of that are minimal.
I'm not gonna lie, but he has such a deadly like like I don't know who to compare him to, but he fights like Marquez, but he has like a Carlos Monzon type of punching style.
Um, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna. I think because honestly, I think Virgil Ortiz Jr. fights the closest to Juan Manuel Marquez of this era. But yeah, because he's a southpaw, so I don't know. I can't think of anyone off the top of my head. He has his own kind of like unique southpaw Mexican style, which is kind of funny.
I mean, Valenzuela, he moves his head. He's not getting hit all the time.
Yeah, exactly. That's another reason why I don't really compare him to Marquez that much because Marquez had a move
Oh
his head.
yeah. Because Marquez, he was flat-footed. I keep
No,
forgetting that.
Marquez was a flat foot. It's just he didn't move his head. Marquez moved his head better than Virgil Ortiz Jr., but he didn't move his head a whole lot. Whereas Valenzuela constantly keeps his head off the
Yeah, I was talking to like this, one Mexican dude on boxing the other day, and I was like kind of like having like a little discussion about Marquez and like like to me at least, I like Marquez's fighting style, but I felt like if he had like more of that American foundation behind him, like he would fight way better. Like his style is like that good, but it's like I just wish he had like the athletic ability. You know what I'm saying?
line. You mean Marquez?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, the natural athleticism is important, but that's just not. I mean, that's not something that was in his fighting style because you have to be able to coordinate your feet and your hands. Because if your hands move too fast, but your feet don't, you're not gonna hit anything. And if your feet move faster than your hands, then you're just gonna run into punches. So that's the thing that has to kind of go together. That didn't factor in his fighting style. Also, Marquez was he had been through a lot of wars and he was kind of older when he got into like a lot of his like prime smoke. So that's also something. Like he's not like today where motherfuckers are getting big ass fights at 22, 23. So a lot of his biggest fights, like when he smoked Pacquiao, when he fought Mayweather and all that shit, he was like Terrence Crawford's age.
Man, I wish he fought Cotto, man. Especially at the Garden.
That
Biggest fight ever.
would have been crazy. That would have been a fucking bloodbath.
Yo, him and Cotto would have did massive pay-per-view.
They would have thrown like 15,000 punches apiece.
Yeah. But I was gonna, talk about one more topic, but I think it's pretty much far well overdue. But what is up with Spence and Crawford? Do you think this fight is gonna happen?
Based on what we're seeing, based on what's been said, Terrence Crawford just has yet to sign the contract. That's basically what everyone's saying. Like people be like, one guy who claims to be an insider keeps talking about. And keep in mind, I'm not saying what I believe. I'm not sure, but that's just what it seems like to me. Because Crawford's team, of course, has not released an official statement, which I doubt they even would. But but yeah, it just seems like he's not signing the contract. Motherfucker talking about 50-50 this, 50-50 that. Nigga, like with all due respect, no, stop it. Stop being a bitch, okay? Like the reality is that Terrence Crawford has moved no fucking weight at welterweight. He's moved zero fucking weight. He has put in the lamb share of the work, so he should get the lamb share of the booty. I don't know anybody who's done any business, but if you're the person that puts in the majority of the work in a project, you should get the majority of the credit and the majority of the pay. So it's really that simple. I don't give a fuck. Like, and it's really simple because look, Usyk was undisputed at cruiserweight. Do you think he was the A side over AJ at all, even if he would have had one belt? No. It's Anthony Joshua we're talking about here. Fucking all Usyk did was beat up Chad Witherspoon and fucking Chisora. And like, come on, bro. Like, nah, I'm sorry. You came to welterweight. You whooped Jeff Horn ass. You whooped tired ass Amir Khan, who had been knocked out 15 times. You whooped Kell Brook after fucking getting his ass whooped by Golovkin and Spence. Okay, and then you beat up Green Beans. Nobody knew who the fuck that even was. And then you fought Sean Porter reluctantly. Okay, fantastic, cool. You've accomplished nothing at welterweight. Your biggest win technically is Jeff fucking Horn. So it's like, bro, like, look, man, just go ahead and sign whatever the fuck the paperwork is, whoop Spence ass, and then demand the lion's share. Because if you beat Spence, you put in all the work at welterweight. I mean, not really, but that's the biggest, that's the one of the biggest wins in boxing, beating up Errol Spence Jr. So if you're really that guy, just go ahead and do it, and then we can get the shit out the way.
Yeah, but according to the Bud Dick Rider logic, all they say is that, well, Bud this, Bud that. Bud, Bud is not ducking Spence. EJ ducking Bud, man. EJ, EJ's not working well with Bud. He got to give Bud, all this money because of accolades, man.
Yeah,
EJ ain't got no
that's
accolades.
stupid shit because Terrence Crawford has never been catered to in his entire career. His own promoter said he wasn't shit. So how come he comes over to fucking Spence and PBC and them? They gotta bend over like bitches and give Terrence Crawford whatever he was. No, you're not about to get some fucking massive king treatment over here. You do like you always do. You sign the fucking paperwork and you get your ass ready to start camp. Ain't no fucking way.
Yeah.
Because fucking Terrence Crawford was the champion. Amir Khan was the challenger. And he was barely the A side over Amir Khan. So
Yeah.
it's like, who the fuck are you? You coming at EJ, who's been collecting belts, doing all this hard ass work, and you're about to get an undisputed title shot, and you haven't really fought shit. This is honestly, you should be chomping at the bit. EJ has had multiple potential career altering or career ending accidents, I should say. Managed to collect 3 championship belts in the process, and at the moment where he's the most vulnerable after both of these accidents, he's choosing to fight you. Everyone's talking about, oh, the accidents took a lot out of him. He hasn't gotten a knockout in so long. All this bullshit, blah 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 blah. So you should be like, oh, great, I'm gonna smoke EJ right now. This is fantastic. He's weak as fuck. He knocked out Ugas, but that's whatever. I'm Bud. But no, it's all just bitch made energy because you realize that your stupid ass fans can't fight for you. You realize they're talking all this big shit, and the reality is the one person that got to step in the ring, the one person that actually have to face EJ and see what it's really about, the one person who has 8 kids or some shit to think about is you. Your stupid ass fan base don't have shit. They don't have to fight shit. They're fucking mostly bums. And you realize you actually got to get in there and see what EJ talking about for real. So, it is what it is, man. Like I said, like Terrence Crawford has every tool he needs to beat EJ. But EJ also has every tool he needs to beat Terrence Crawford. So it's a good 50-50 fight. That's why it's necessary. But but Bud needs to again stop listening to fucking bums. And when I say bums, I'm not talking about Extreme Willpower. Extreme Willpower is a Bud fan with actual common sense. So I'm not talking about him. But he needs to just go ahead and sign the contract and start camp. You're not. If EJ wants to give him 50-50, that's great by all means. But if EJ doesn't want to give him 50-50, then yeah, because you're really not worth that. I'm sorry. Even they talk about the cruiserweight shit. Even if we pull up the fucking numbers from the cruiserweight fights, that just further proves you shouldn't be getting 50-50. You fucking unifying the division and ain't nobody watching, nigga. And then you beating who was the niggas you fighting? You was fighting Postal. You was fighting Ndongo. Like, come on, bro. And then you didn't stop Postal, but little ass Gary Antoine Russell did. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah. Man, Gary Antoine Russell would probably beat the crap out of Bud.
I don't know about all that, but it's a good it's a good little fight. I don't know if he whooped butt ass, but it's a good fight.
Yeah, honestly, if this fight doesn't happen, then I'm not gonna disrespect EJ. I'm gonna just purely disrespect the crap out of Bud because he's literally wasting our time. And if this fight is signed, sealed, and delivered, and let's just say if the or the Mike Cappinger rumors are true that the fight's going to happen in November, then we need to get promotion in for the fight right now. But I don't think it's happening.
Yeah, I mean, it looks bad. I mean, hopefully they're both in training camp and preparing for a fight in November. But it's just like I'll say it. I've said it before. I'll say it again. If Terrence Crawford does not sign this contract for any reason that other than things that are pertaining to his physical health, that's a fucking duck. That's a goddamn duck. I don't give a fuck about his paycheck. I don't really care if he doesn't sign this contract because look, nobody has a problem but him. When Errol Spence Jr. was challenging for a title, he took less money, took his ass on another platform, fought Kell Brook, whooped that ass, came home. Fucking Sean Porter wanted to fight Terrence Crawford, took less money, went to another network, lost, but came home still. Devin Haney wanted to get undisputed to fight fucking Cambosis. He took less money, went across the street, went to Australia, whooped that ass. It's only Terrence Crawford is stuck on stupid. Everyone understands how this fucking business works except him. And I'm telling you, it's because he's listening to these fucking bums that don't know shit about shit. Why are you listening to niggas that have never like I'm talking niggas so fucking stupid when it comes to business. They couldn't even talk their way out of a fucking parking ticket. But you over here advising Bud. It sounded like some bitches. Oh, never settle for less, Bud. Know your worth, Bud. You sound like some hoes trying to fucking talk to each other in a fucking support group. You sound like some hoes with no man. That's what single bitch. No, real shit. That's what single bitches over 30 always say.
Single mother bitches.
Right. Never settle for less, queen. Know your worth, queen. Y'all sound like bitches. You need to be telling him to sign that motherfucking paperwork and get his ass over there and beat up EJ so we can move on. Because I remember because with Devin Haney, I knew it was a bad situation. I knew it was a shitty deal, but I'm glad he took it. I'm sure glad he took it. I was one of the only people saying you should just go ahead and bite down and take the deal and just whoop everybody ass, beat up Kambosos, beat up Lomachenko, and get the fuck out of there.
Yep.
and that's the advice you're supposed to give a fighter that if you want the fights to happen. These dumbasses keep talking about every fucking time we get to this subject. They talk about Bud's paycheck, man. Fuck Bud's paycheck. Okay, you shouldn't be worried about all that. And me, I'm like, if EJ wants to give Terrence Crawford 100% of the purse and EJ gets nothing, fine, great, as long as we get the fight. But these niggas are over here fucking pocket watching, talking about, oh, what Bud should be getting. You don't know what Bud should be getting? Shit, Bud shouldn't be getting shit, really. He should be getting 60-40. But yeah, he really shouldn't because he hasn't accomplished it at welterweight. They keep bringing up him being undisputed at 140 because that's the only fucking time he was putting in legitimate work because nobody fighting down there. Fucking Danny Garcia got a better resume at 140 than fucking Bud. And that's just the sad reality of it. Danny Garcia, no, seriously, Danny Garcia took out better names at 140 than Terrence Crawford.
Danny Garcia could have been undisputed faster than Bud.
Oh, Danny Garcia would have beat the shit out of people that Bud fought. But
Danny, if he had been undisputed at 140 and then brought that up to the welterweight division and fought, like, let's just say Thurman, Porter, and then probably Spence because theoretically, if he had just moved up, got the WBC, and then fought Spence like right after the Kell Brook victory, that would have been legendary. I would respect Danny Garcia, but still, like,
he had all three. He had three out of the. He had the WBA, WBC in the ring. So yeah, he had three belts at one point.
Yeah, he was just, dude. Danny Garcia was a dark horse at 140. I don't care what anybody. Yeah, I don't care what anybody says. Like, I didn't see anybody beating him.
Yeah, because he's the one that smoked. Was he like the second person to smoke Amir Khan?
Yeah.
Yeah, but at 140 he was fighting some certifieds. He was fighting fucking Ashley Theophane. He was fighting Nate Campbell, Kendall Holt, Eric Morales, Amir Khan, Eric Morales again, Zab Judah, Lucas Matisse, Mauricio Herrera, and that was his last fight at 140, I believe. But yeah, he was fighting fucking certified comp. Bud was nigga, Bud wasn't, bro. Like, I'm sorry, but yeah, the reality is that Danny Garcia's 140 run is better than Buzz, and Bud got undisputed. That's just the reality of the situation. So but again, they keep bringing that shit up. That's the only time he put in some work. That's the
Yeah,
only time he put in some work and unified some shit. And the thing is, they keep talking about PBC as Witness Protection Island. That's stupid because Bud has fought PBC fighters before.
PBC is not limited to fighting their own competition. They like no, they can cross promote to any network. You know, like we saw it with who's that one fighter? I forgot the other guy's name, but I'll just use hmm, I'll use fucking who's that one fighter? Ryan Martin. He's a great example. He fights on the PBC, or like I'm pretty sure he used to, but
Look at Roger Gutierrez. Roger Gutierrez spent most of his career on the zone. Now he's coming over to PBC.
Yeah.
It's not PBC doesn't protect fighters. It's about who wants to make a deal with PBC. Because people will say that stupid ass quote about the win loss ratio between Top Rank and fucking PBC. But the reality of it is that that's because those people only make the fights they think they can fucking win. That's why they only want to make the fights that they think they can fucking win. Like that's why fucking that's the only reason why certain fights even get made or even get entertained. Like they're talking all this big shit about how the fight needs to be the fight needs to be on the zone for Tank versus Ryan Garcia, but none of that bullshit happened for Pacquiao, even though that was a fucking
Manny Pacquiao, you got to fight on the zone.
Yeah, no. they just talk all this stupid shit. Just like Wilder. Wilder had no problem going to Top Rank. Yeah, so it's like you guys are just saying things. Devin Haney doesn't have a problem going to Top Rank, and he's not fucking losing. So they're just talking shit.
Yeah, I don't.
I know Devin Haney wasn't PBC, but Andy Ruiz Jr. used to be Top Rank.
Yeah. Thomas Delorme used to be Top Rank. Ugas used to be Top Rank. Mikey Garcia used to be.
Yeah, and Andy Ruiz was on PBC. He went over to fucking to the zone and smoked AJ's bitch ass.
Yep.
So it's like just trying like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, I was gonna add on to the Top Rank PBC, I guess the Clash record thing, but if you had it set up where networks had their stables fighting each other, it's almost like a league type of clash type of thing, I would I would favor PBC competition beating Top Rank competition any day.
It depends on the division and it depends on the matchups, but I'm sorry, I was reading something. I was tracking the package. But yeah, no, it depends on the competition. I mean, people keep saying that Top Rank has the best fighters, but then they say they have the best matchmakers. That's those two things can't both be true. Those two things, are mutually exclusive. Those things are mutually exclusive because they can't both be true. Because why would you need the best matchmakers if you know you have the best fighters? That's all I'm saying. Why do your fighters need to be match made carefully if you already have the best? They should just be able to whoop everybody's ass, right?
Yeah.
So it doesn't make sense. So when you acknowledge that Top Rank has the best matchmakers, you're acknowledging that they don't have the best fucking fighters. Because honestly, if we look at Top Rank stable is weak as fuck. And what's worse is that Top Rank fighters, they get a lot of credit for fucking hype, but it's work they haven't even fucking put in yet. They get all like they get credit for like I'm sorry, but look at Keyshawn. Keyshawn hasn't done shit, and they're already saying that he's gonna be a fucking pound for pound great. He beats all these people based off of what, nigga?
He has a combined win-loss ratio of like 100 and something odd versus 35 wins or 35 losses.
I don't give a fuck about the amateurs. I get so fucking tired of people talking about the fucking amateurs. Like, bruh, fuck that shit, okay? Because
amateurs doesn't make you better.
Because they talk all this shit about the. I mean, amateurs. I will say amateurs. It is a good indicator of your success. But look at fucking Tony Yoka. Tony Yoka was an Olympic gold medalist
For France.
Olympic gold medalist. The thing that they suck Lomachenko's dick over. He got his ass whooped, and I'm talking whooped.
Holy.
He got his ass destroyed for 10 straight rounds. I think Tony Yoka literally may have landed 1 or 2 punches on Martin. He got his ass destroyed by a nigga with 16 amateur fights. Martin Bacoli has 16 amateur fights and fucking embarrassed an Olympic gold medalist. And I'm talking beyond embarrassment. He beat the shit out of Tony out of Tony Yoka, man. He beat the living shit out of Tony Yoka. Tony Yoka is going to be permanently damaged from that ass whooping. It was the most embarrassing display. It was fucking horrible. I watched that fight from beginning to end. Tony Yoka barely landed a fucking punch. Martin Bacoli made Tony Yoka look like a straight bitch. And honestly, if Tony Yoka retired after that fight, I couldn't even be mad.
Yeah, my favorite.
Because it's like, bruh, if you're getting the heaters put on you like that by Bacoli, who the fuck are you beating?
Yeah, my favorite Olympic gold medalist, beatdown fight is Tyrell Biggs versus who's that one fighter? It was against Gary Mason. It was Gary Mason. Gary Mason was 31-0, and this is after the Mike Tyson knockout loss, but he got knocked out by Francisco Domaniani, right? He was undefeated. He knocked him out. He was some white boy from Italy. He got knocked out in 5 rounds. And then Gary Mason, the fight after that was like a year later, back in October. He knocked him out in like 7 rounds, if I'm not mistaken. But ever since then, like leading up to Riddick Bowe and Lennox Lewis knockout losses, he just looked worse, stepping down in competition. But it's like every time he just turned it up like a bit, he always just got his ass beat. But that's just like a clear like a clear indicator to show that all this amateur experience bullshit doesn't make you better at the professional level, because you still need to garner the professional experience to be a good fighter.
I'm not going to say that the amateurs doesn't help. All I'm saying is that no one should earn all of their hype exclusively because of the amateurs. That shit gets on my nerves, because I'm like, dude, that always happens. Someone with all this amateur experience comes in and loses to a nigga with not even any. Like, bro, Deverenchenko, people don't like to talk about it because Charlo beat the shit out of him.
Yeah, Sergey Deverenchenko.
Deverenchenko had almost as many amateur fights as Lomachenko.
Yep.
And Charlo made him look like a bitch. But then that same guy goes on to almost fucking drop Triple G and made him look like a bitch. And these are 2 dudes with far superior amateur experience to Jamal Charlo, and Jamal Charlo will body both of these dudes. He whooped Deverenchenko's ass so smooth. Triple G was like, Triple G and Canelo were like, you know what? Hell no.
Jamal Charlo and Jamal Charlo combined don't even have that many, amateur fights.
They really don't. And look at them. They're working their entire division. Like Brian Castano fought as a middleweight amateur. He beat Deverenchenko and Errol Spence Jr. in the amateurs. He just got knocked out.
Yep.
So like I said, I appreciate the amateur background and all that shit. I really do. But stop making it seem like these motherfuckers destroy everybody because the amateurs, like they talk about Andy Cruz. I'm like, bro, Andy Cruz is 26 years old, doesn't have a single fucking professional fight, and you're saying he fucks with Keyshawn and Shakur and Devin Haney right now. Like, what the fuck? Like, oh my god, like, bro,
Hey
like,
Andy, hey, like if any of you Cubans are watching that are connected with Andy Cruz, please come tell up. Please go tell Andy to come out here to New York or go down to Florida, get that work in for training, and then in your first fight, fight Keyshawn Davis.
that's what I'm saying. Because they're basically even. Keyshawn only has 5 fights, and he hasn't fought no damn body. So you can just run it back from the amateurs. Except it's 8 ounce gloves and no headgear. Don't be a bitch. You know, like and look, Ugas beat up Terrence Crawford in the amateurs. Do y'all really think that that fight would go that way in the pros?
No.
No, Bud will smoke Ugas like a fucking Cohiba. Like it was like, man, like, that's why I even put it on Twitter. I was like, if Ugas had beat Errol Spence Jr., Terrence Crawford would have signed that motherfucking paperwork so fast he would have left skid marks on the page. I guarantee.
Harold Spence from 2019 would kill Ugas.
Oh yeah, like the Errol Spence Jr. that fought Lamont Peterson. Oh my god, I would.
Ugas's eyes would just be literally destroyed.
No,
You would not see no more.
Ugas would have been unconscious. Like he wouldn't have just got stopped by a doctor. He would have been unconscious. If 2019 if fucking if 2019 Errol Spence was fighting this nigga, yeah, nah, he would have got smoked.
Yeah.
He got his ass smoked. But shit, but even 2018, like I said, the version of Errol Spence that fought Lamont Peterson, oh my god, Sean Porter would have got knocked out. Fucking Garcia, Mikey Garcia would have got knocked out. Danny Garcia would have got knocked out. Fucking Bud would get knocked out. That nigga was crazy.
Yeah,
He was
that's why that I like Errol Spence so much because I literally study him like every single night whenever I do any boxing training myself.
yeah,
It's
nah,
just like
he's very, very talented, very efficient. And I tell people this all the time. And it's funny because a lot of Shakur Stevenson fans are just Bud Crawford fans. They like Shakur because he's close to Bud. I tell them all the time, the reason why you love Shakur Stevenson is because he fights how Errol Spence Jr. used to fight.
yeah, that's true.
It's the truth. They have the same pattern. They have the same cadence. The steady jab, the emphasis on body work, the forward pressure. Shakur Stevenson is a little bit faster on the feet and has more dynamic movement defensively. But the reason why they like Errol Spence Jr. is because the reason why they like Shakur Stevenson is because Errol Spence Jr. was basically Shakur Stevenson with power.
Yeah,
Shakur has to move around the ring because he knows that his concussive punching ability isn't where it needs to be to knock people down. So it's better that he not exchange with people.
yeah, that's why he's more of a I label him more of like a pure boxer volume puncher. I don't label him as a true deadly heavy-handed power like a boxer puncher. But I think Shakur, if he moves up in weight and his power starts to increase, I think that's where he'll start earning that title of being like a bona fide boxer puncher. Obviously not next to Gervonta Davis, but I think Shakur Stevenson, he's still growing into his man strength.
Yeah, we'll see, but before Earl Spence had his issues, like I said, that's why all these people were super high on Earl Spence, and that's why all these people are super high on Shakur Stevenson because, like I said, he fights like Earl Spence used to, and keep in mind, Earl Spence had power. Shakur Stevenson, and that's another, like I said, another important thing about fighting, about tailoring your fighting style to your strengths. Shakur Stevenson knows he doesn't have super concussive power, so he has to move his feet more. Whereas, someone like Errol Spence can afford to be slower on the feet because Errol Spence knows he has power and he has dog. Errol Spence will trade with you. Errol Spence will punch with you, and you might not get the best of it. Whereas Shakur will just disengage. Like Shakur was like worried about Nakatila and shit. That's why people make me laugh when they're like, "Oh, Shakur will dog walk Tank." I'm like, first of all, ain't nobody dog walking Tank.
Hell no.
If you beat Tank ass, like I talk shit about Tank's resume all the time, but I'm gonna say this: if you whoop Tank ass, you bled for that W. Like
Yeah.
you had to bleed for that fucking W. Like you gonna work your ass off to beat Tank. And I always ask people, I always ask people, what does Shakur do that Tank cannot also do?
Like work the body.
Like there's nothing that Shakur can do that Tank can also do. But the thing is, Shakur cannot emulate Tank's power.
No.
So people are like, oh, Shakur is like this super expert boxing mind. I'm like, that's fine, that's great, that all sounds good, but Tank is very fast, and Tank can close the distance on his little. First of all, Tank is also a southpaw, but Tank can close the distance on his little ass real quick. And if Tank lets one bad shot off, Shakur's up out of there.
Yeah, and I was just talking with BFTV about that, and I should have said more about it, but Gervonta knows how to land those shots effectively. He's not coming in there to box with you. He's coming in there to box to knock you out type of fighting. There's a huge difference of being a boxer puncher and a pure boxer. A pure boxer likes to keep it to the center. A boxer puncher will either keep it to the center if they need to respect you with your power, if you're able to push him or her back. But if he doesn't respect your power and his power is killing you to a mental state of mind, then that's an automatic knockout waiting to happen. Because every single fight Gervonta has had a knockout in, look at how they're look at every opponent Gervonta has knocked out. They just can't stand his power as he's boxing them. And with the defensive high ring IQ that he has on top of that, that's a very dangerous type of style that not a lot of fighters can very well handle. Gervonta has to be killed in that situation where you have to throw something really like messed up to actually hurt Gervonta, and I don't think that's ever going to happen. I think Gervonta is one of those guys where you have to literally go through a very bloody war in order to beat him.
Well, that's the thing. Like people talk about, people talk about people talk about Gervonta and they forget who trained him. Gervonta comes from the Mayweather School of Boxing. He was discovered by Adrian Broner, who also came from basically the Mayweather School. And then he came up under Floyd Mayweather and Calvin Ford. Also, they all emphasize boxing. So Tank has the skills of a pure boxer, but he has the power of a slugger. That's what makes him dangerous. Because if Tank needs to box you, he can box you. He can box you. He can do all that good shit. But if he's losing the fight, he has a bailout. He has another tool. If Shakur is down on the rounds, like down on the cards against Tank, what the fuck is Shakur gonna do? Besides fucking cry. He's not gonna do shit. He's just gonna sit there and watch himself lose. If Tank is down on the cards against anybody, he knows what he has to do. He knows that when he gets on, when the pressure's on, he can get you up out of there. Like when they thought that when Mayweather said he was losing to Barrios, he said, "All right, fuck this shit," and then he got in there and he took Barrios up out. So yeah, that's what I mean. So if Tank was a worse boxer, yeah, I would say Shakur will dog walk his ass. But Tank is just as skilled. There's nothing that Shakur knows that Tank doesn't also know. And like I said, Shakur doesn't have any magical power he can fucking summon. Like he doesn't have any like this random late stage, like unless he hits a massive growth spurt, he doesn't have some power he can draw on. He's just gonna sit there and get beat up. But like I said, I think the fight will go. I think, to be honest, like Shakur would look really good and impressive for the first 5-6 rounds, and then Tank would start to get frustrated and pissed off that he couldn't hit Shakur, and then Tank would start to get dirty, and then eventually Shakur would be trying to slide around on the ropes, and Tank would time him, let off a bad shot, and then get Shakur hurt and make him take a knee or some shit, and then Tank would just jump on him and finish his ass off.
Yeah, that's how I see it. I know I don't even think Gervonta would be frustrated. I think Gervonta would just be pissed off that Shakur's trying to like see like the biggest flaw out of Shakur's offense or Shakur's defense is that he holds a lot and he really thinks that the referee is gonna save him if like like a fighter tries to be like a little bit dirty in like certain clinching exchanges, right? So I think Shakur he's gonna use that to his advantage because he really thinks like the referee's gonna save him in the event of like, oh, hey ref, you got to watch out for this because Tank is a very rough, like rough and rugged, inside clinches, and it's like that's not gonna work. Gervonta is not going to be kind to you when he clinches up inside of the pocket. And I think what's going to happen is that Shakur is going to think that Gervonta is going to, give him any sort of respect when they try to clinch it up. And I think what Tank is going to do, he's going to lure him into like a big shot, and Gervonta is just going to hurt him, and then Shakur is just going to break mentally and physically.
Yeah, and you know what? What you said was correct, but I think that one of Shakur's key points of vulnerability, which I don't know why. I mean, I would hope someone would time this. I mean, not hope, but like if I was a coach, I would time for this. You know when Shakur is backed against the ropes and he puts both hands up and slides to the left or the right?
Yeah,
If someone could time that and not aim for his head, but aim for his liver, like with a looping hook, they could get him.
Frank Martin can definitely do that.
Somebody, if I was a coach and I was trying to beat Shakur, that's one target of opportunity. That's one moment of opportunity I would look for. Whenever he's avoiding a body shot, he will like it's like what Mayweather used to do. Mayweather will put both hands up and then slide to his left or his right. But so that's why like you got to be careful, but you got to wait until Shakur's back is firmly against the ropes, so his sliding distance isn't that far. And then as opposed to stopping short, planning and throwing the shot from distance, close and throw the shot close and throw the shot closer to where his ass has to hit the ropes, and then he won't be able to slide as far. Because what him and Mayweather do is they stop short right before the ropes, so they have freedom to slide around to both sides. Press Shakur back to where his ass is touching the ropes, and then let off the looping shot, and then try to get him like that. But
Yeah,
somebody like Tank will see that shit. They won't stop short, and they'll get you. And as we just saw with Rolly, Tank doesn't really need that much power to fuck your shit up. Because he barely touched Rolly's chin, and Rolly got out of there.
yeah.
He
If it was like a clean shot that he hit with Rolly, he probably would have broke Rolly's jaw.
Oh my god, Rolly would have been unconscious. Rolly would have got fucking Leo Santa Cruz. If Tank could put any juice on that, Rolly.
Yeah, his whole face would have probably been like severely fucking swollen.
He would have broke his shit. But yeah, no, yeah, Tank needs so little. Like even the shots he was hitting Barrios with, those he wasn't even loading up really. Like I mean, maybe with the body shot to end the fight he loaded up, but he wasn't really hitting Barrios with that much shit.
Yeah, he was doing such a great job in that fight. And I mean, people try to act like, oh, Gervonta, he's not good at 140, but I disagree. He's amazing at 140, and I think at 147 he would stomp some guys too.
147 might be a bit much right now for Tank, but at 140 definitely Tank can do all the damage at 140. At 147, no.
Yeah, like I'm not saying feed him the boots, but maybe Stanionis or like fight Abel Ramos.
Well, Abe Ramos, yeah, he'll beat up Abe Ramos. But yeah, dudes like Stanionis, I don't know. Stanionis is not a hoe. Stanionis could do some damage. I'm not saying Tank would lose that fight, but that's some shit. That's some shit where it's like not right now. you know,
Yeah,
you got plenty of food to
got
eat.
plenty of yeah.
Yeah, you got plenty of food to eat at 135. You got more than plenty at 140 and shit. Him versus Gary Antron, what's will be some shit. They're both from the DMV. Them niggas, I don't think they really like each other that much. So that'd be some good shit.
Man, they need a fight inside of the DMV. I would definitely go to that fight.
No, shit, I'm right here. I'll definitely go. I'll just drive.
have that inside of the Washington Wizards Stadium.
Yeah, that'd be some super good shit. So yeah, he's got a lot of food to eat. And also and also I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of on Tank ass because he was talking shit, talking about I want Devin Haney and Cambosa's winner. And so I'm like, Tank, with all due respect, if your next fight is not a certified, like if it's not fucking like if it's not the Devin Haney Cambosa's winner, if it's not Lomachenko, if it's not fucking Tiafimo somebody, then like, I'm looking at you sideways, bro. Because it sounded a lot like you don't really want any smoke, and I know that's not what I'm hearing and seeing and shit.
Yeah, because that's what I was just about to ask. But if not Devin, who is Gervonta gonna fight next?
Tank can fight plenty of people. Tank can fight fucking shit. Because he weighed in at 133, so he's not struggling to make weight. So Tank can fight fucking he can fight Lomachenko in the meantime, in between time. I mean, he's talking about Ryan Garcia, but Ryan Garcia's bitch ass don't want to fight. He could fight he could try to fight Tiafimo at 140. He could try to fight shit, let me see who in the ranking. He could try to get some Frank Martin smoke. Frank Martin will take that paycheck. He could try to fight Joe. Well, Joseph Diaz got a fight coming up. Shit, Richard Comey got a fight coming up. Shit, William Zepeda got a fight coming up. Damn.
Zepeda, he's gonna fight Jojo Diaz, and I was just about to say Jojo Diaz versus Gervonta would be an amazing fight.
I don't think it'd be amazing. I think Jojo will probably get knocked out rather quickly because he. Uh, and that's not to say JoJo's bad. Just the strategy he would use. He would try to come forward and fight Gervonta on the inside.
Come in Mexican style, be like boom, boom.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so yeah,
He would destroy his left eye socket.
No, I think Jojo Diaz would come in and try to fight Gervonta on the inside and get hit with one uppercut and go to fucking sleep. That's basically how that fight would pretty much go. I don't really see it going any differently. But yeah, I mean, like I said, there's Gary Antoine Russell. I mean, shit, if he wants to come up, Regis program's bitch ass don't want to fight nobody for real, and he could fight Gary Antoine. He could fight Subriel Matias. He could try to fight Taylor. He could try to fight Liam Terrell. Like he can fight all of 140. Them niggas aren't busy.
Should I say for the meantime, fight Gary Antoine Russell?
Yeah, that's a major fight. But yeah, he gotta make some moves. Like they're talking about sacrificing Michelle Rivera, Ali's real grandson, to him, and I'm like, all right, I guess, but
Yeah, Michelle Rivera. That should be next.
that's not like I don't even like that fight. Like, I don't even like the Ryan Garcia fight because they're both gonna just fucking lose. They're gonna get knocked out. And I'm tired. Like I'm tired of seeing Tank in situations where I like guarantee, like where you can guarantee he's gonna knock the dudes out. Like I want to see where we just don't know. And people talk about this big shit about, oh well, he smokes Devin Haney, he smokes this, he smokes that. We don't fucking know. Okay. Like they're I say, for example, that he probably smokes Lomachenko, but it's still a good fight. But now people are kind of reconsidering that because Lomachenko's a little bit older, and they see that shit isn't sweet. Tank is a fucking beast. So but still, I just want to see him against some marquee names.
Yeah,
That's
I
all.
mean,
That's all the fuck I'm actually asking for here.
yeah, because Gervonta is gonna be 28 coming soon, so he needs all these big fights like right now.
I mean, yeah, he's in his prime. A man's physical prime is probably from like 23 to 33. He, 23, 33, maybe 34, depending on how you take care of yourself. But that's basically it.
Yeah,
That's your fucking prime. Like
Yep.
you get a solid decade of maximum testosterone, youthful energy, whatever. Like they can have debates about man strength, but to be honest, I think after 23, you're pretty much in your man strength. So however strong you are is kind of what you're gonna get, unless you move up in weight or start strength and conditioning specifically for punching power.
yeah, I
But
agree.
yeah, but like what you see is what you get. Like Montana Love is not gonna punch any fucking harder than he's gonna punch. Devin Haney is most likely not gonna punch any harder than he's gonna punch. No
Ken of
fucking
Sims.
yeah, no fucking Blu-ray is gonna change that shit. Like Shakur Stevenson, I know you said that thing about man strength. Shakur Stevenson is probably gonna be at where he's at, and that's the reality. And there's nothing wrong with that. He's just doing what it is.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Power is not everything to win a fight.
Yeah, it's called boxing, not knockout. And if you know you don't have power and you fight like you don't have power, you can still win lots of matches. Like look at Bivol. Bivol hadn't gotten a knockout in 6 fights, but he whooped Canelo's ass.
Bivol, he's awesome, man. I just like how he fights.
Yeah, he just does everything nice and simple. Working behind the jab and just puts his punches together. 1 2, 1 2 3, 1 2 3. Pivot to the side. Hands up. Pivot to the side. Body, body. 1 2 3. Very simple. But and the thing is too, Bivol has power. Like people think, oh, Bivol can't punch. No, Bivol will not.
Bivol's just like Ugas if you think about it.
No, Bivol got more power than fucking Ugas. Ugas don't have that much power.
Okay, yeah. All
Yeah,
right,
Bivol just doesn't take risks. Bivol doesn't press for the knockout. That's the thing. Like Ugas could try to press for a knockout and he still wouldn't get it. For example, if when Canelo was on the ropes beckoning Bivol in, if Bivol had pressed Canelo, he would have knocked Canelo the fuck out.
Yeah. Yeah, he would have been like boom, 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 and then Canelo's body would have shifted like and then like the DAZN commentators would be like, oh my god, Canelo is hurt, Canelo's gonna get knocked out, and then Bivol hits him with that final shot and be like, boom, and then they'd be like, oh, Canelo gets knocked out of the ring, Canelo Alvarez finally dethroned with a knockout loss to Bivol.
Yeah, Bivol. Like people think that because Bivol doesn't press for knockouts that he can't knock people out. No, Bivol punches hard as fuck. And like I said, if Bivol was pressing for knockouts, everybody he didn't knock out, he could have smoked. He could have straight dusted. So that's a mistake. People get that shit twisted all the time, and it pisses me off. Bivol can punch hard as fuck. And the reason, even the shots that you saw Canelo eat, those were, I'm not gonna say they're glancing shots, but they were fast shots. They weren't meant to put you down. They were meant to keep you back, keep you away. They were just real quick because Bivol was letting his hands go on the inside. But if Bivol was pressing for a knockout and actually sitting down on his punches, because Bivol fights on his toes a lot, so therefore he doesn't generate a lot of power by sitting. He doesn't sit down on any punches. He just throws them to land and score points because that's how he's used to boxing, and he doesn't really press for knockouts. But if Bivol actually sat down, planted his heels, and started throwing, he would have knocked Canelo's fucking head off.
Agreed.
Like Ugas, you saw with Ugas when Aerospin spit his mouthpiece out. Ugas like planted, sat down, and put everything on that right hand, and Aerospin he was off balance. He wasn't even close to dazed or anything.
Yeah,
like
he
that.
ate that shit.
Exactly. Whereas Bivol, if he had actually sat down on some shit, Canelo would have been fucked up.
Dude, imagine if Canelo dropped his mouthpiece like Errol Spence and he got hit with that same shot. Canelo would have been knocked out.
Yeah, he would have been knocked smooth out.
He would have been like, boom. And then Canelo is just like honestly, like now that I think about it, it kind of makes me think Canelo is very capable of getting stopped by Triple G.
Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. 1 second.
Yeah. But yeah, this fight card is going to be lit, for anybody that is watching on the other platforms. I'm not really too high on the Teofimo Lopez fight. I think Pedro might get the upset victory. But as far as Xander goes, I think this Mexican dude might present a problem to him. But if Xander does get the victory, congratulations. But I say from there on, you need to start fighting like Jamonte Clark or maybe like, the likes of somebody that's really credible. Because, this is going to be like your 14th bout, and I would expect you to fight, veteran-style competition. But we'll see what happens. But, the week after that, we got, what's that other fight card? I think Navarrete, he's fighting on the 20th too, if I'm not mistaken. I think he's fighting on the 20th against one of the Baez twins. I think it's Eduardo Baez, but that's going to be a pretty good card because Tiger Johnson, what's his name? Shit. Trying to think of his name. Hold on, let me take a look at it. But I know Tiger Johnson, he's on the card. Oh, Delonte. Yeah. Delonte Tiger Johnson. He'll be fighting He'll be fighting on that card.
All right,
Um,
I'm back. I'm back.
yeah, Eduardo Baez, he'll be fighting Emmanuel Navarrete. Xavier Martinez, he's coming back. I'm not really looking forward to him. And then Luis Alberto Lopez, he's coming back onto the card. And
The Baez
yeah.
brothers can't punch.
Oh wait, who?
The Baez brothers, they can't fucking punch. I don't know
Yeah,
what the
the
fuck.
Baez brothers are not that good. I don't.
Like, I mean, and it's weird because that's a good example of people who don't fight for their strengths. I think the one that's fighting Navarrete, he like tries to bang in the pocket like he has power, and I'm like, bro, you cannot punch for jack shit. Like, I don't understand why you're always in the pocket trying to like really slug it out with people. You know you have no fucking power.
Yeah.
Like that shit has always like been weird to me. Why are you doing this to yourself?
Yeah, I don't see them making it far anyway. I think they're gonna get stopped, pretty bad in their careers.
Yeah, I think Navarrete gonna take him the fuck out because they both have losses. Like Eduardo has 2 losses, and I think his brother got knocked out before. So
Yeah, his brother got stopped by Carlos Caraballo.
that dude's the Carlos Carballo's good as fuck.
Caraballo, like when I saw him fight against that Dominican dude, he got pieced up in that fight, but Carlos was hurting that guy. He like that. Honestly, like if that was like a 10 rounder, I think Carlos could have made a comeback in that fight. But that was a very fun fight. Like
Yeah,
when I was there for the Berlanga card.
the only time Carlos looked terrible was against Jonas Sultan. Is that who he lost to?
Yeah, yep, the Filipino dude.
Yeah, he got knocked down 4 times. That was a bad fight. I was like, shit.
Yeah,
That wasn't a good fight at all. But yeah, no, I'm looking at the card right now. Oh my god, they got Ali's fake grandson. Jesus.
yeah, he's gonna have a rematch with that Mexican guy Reyes Sanchez.
Oh my god, get him the fuck out of here.
Bro,
Yeah,
Nico is garbage. I fucking hate him, man.
he's gonna get beat up. He's not good. He's gonna get beat up. Like that one black dude that he fought. If they had let that dude continue, he might have knocked him out.
Dude, Austin Williams would beat the shit out of him.
Oh my god, Austin Williams fucking smoke.
Oh wait, that black dude that you said that was beating up on Nico, who was it?
Shit, I don't remember. Let me look up. I'm on.
Oh wait, like I'm actually looking at it right now.
It was Jeremiah.
Oh yeah, Jeremiah, yo.
Yeah,
Yeah, Jeremiah Yeager, right?
yeah. If they had let Jeremiah continue and hadn't stopped that fight, he might have fucked around and knocked Nico out because he was getting some shots off. He was going to work.
Jeremiah hit him so clean with that left hook, and Nico stumbled like a little bit.
Yeah.
Nico was about to get stopped.
Yeah, okay. And then they got Austin Brooks. I have not watched that much of. I will be honest, but I think Antonio gonna win his fight. Nico probably gonna win his bitch ass fight. Austin Brooks probably gonna win his. Wait, Austin Brooks is this nickname Kid Austin? Oh wait, no, that's not.
No. That's Floyd Schofield that you're
Oh
talking
wait, yeah, this dude is white. Never mind. Yeah, I've seen a little bit of Austin Brooks. He should be able to beat this person.
Austin
Luis.
Brooks, I don't like him. I think he's garbage.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm not saying he's super good, but I've seen him fight. He should be able to beat the person he's fighting.
Yeah.
But Luis Alberto Lopez is going to beat the shit out of this dude, and I hope he gets Warrington because he's going to tear Warrington the fuck out the frame.
Yeah, he better get Warrington. He'll be. Yeah.
I honestly wouldn't be surprised if Warrington ducked that because the thing is if Mauricio Lara could knock you out, Luis Alberto Lopez is he's gonna make you retire. Like because Luiso. I mean, I know he has 2 losses to like some random ass shoot, but Luis Alberto Lopez he's been working. He's been refining.
Hot.
He's been refining his style. He's been on a hot streak, man. He's been making some people look like bitches. Like he made Gabriel. He permanently damaged Gabe Flores. He beat the shit out of Isaac Lowe, but even though Isaac Lowe was never fucking good. but he permanently damaged his ass. So yeah, nah, this dude, he gonna go to work on whoever this dude is, and I hope he gets punk ass Warrington afterwards. Miguel Contreras, I think I've seen one or two of his fights. He should beat Ruiz. Xavier Martinez is gonna beat Guerrero. That's because I've seen Xavier Martinez.
I have to
Uh,
say, some of these West Coast fighters are getting better, man.
yeah, I was gonna say like one
A
second.
lot of these California fighters are like becoming really big threats. I'm definitely looking at a lot of them now. um,
Yeah,
uh,
like Giovanni Santillan from San Diego. He good.
yo,
He,
he's
he's
so
good.
good. I love watching him.
Yeah, he's very fun. He's very entertaining. Defensively, he has some issues, but he's good for welterweight. He's definitely a challenge. I don't think that he would smoke like the top five, but I think he's definitely good. And I'm not gonna label him a walking upset alert just yet, but he's definitely skilled.
Yeah, I like to see him face like any like top 15 welterweight. I think it's time for him to do that at this point of his career.
Um,
But
huh?
oh no, like I wasn't gonna say anything. If you had something to say, go for it.
Well, I don't think he's currently. I'm looking at the rankings. He is not currently ranked with anybody, so that's gonna be hard to come by. But yeah, he should definitely get some kind of premium smoke. Like some of these niggas at welterweight are ranked in the top 10, and they ain't doing shit. Like who the fuck? Who the fuck is Kita Obara? Who is this? Some Japanese welterweight. Never in my life. This motherfucker is 25-4. Who the fuck is he? Yeah, Santiago should fight this dude. Um, Taras Shalushkek. Who is this? This motherfucker is he's some random boxing dude. He's 17-0 against nobody. Oh, this is how you know the sanctioning bodies they just pay people. Because how is this motherfucker top 10 in the WBA and ain't nobody heard of him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Oh wait, hold on. Gabriel Mastre, Santillano knock him the fuck out.
yeah, beat the shit out of him and
Yeah,
give Michael Fox his his just due.
yeah, like dudes like this, Santillano, yeah, and this dude is number 6 in the WBA. Yeah, Santillano should get that fight because they'll knock him the fuck out.
Yeah,
Yeah, so yeah,
like
Santillano beat the shit out of him. Honestly, Santillano might decision Castillo Clayton because with his forward pressure, he'll probably beat him. So, but
shit, I want to mind Ugas. Give him Ugas.
yeah, at Ugas' age, he probably be able to beat him. But it depends which Ugas shows up because Ugas could win that.
Yeah,
But
Ugas could very well stop him.
yeah, but dudes like Stanionis and Conor Ben and Besputin and Butayev, nah, Santillan is not ready for all that. Especially Stanionis. Stanionis will fucking cripple his ass.
Stanionis would break him to the fucking body.
Stanionis hit too hard for that shit. Especially the way Santillan fights. Nah, you don't want to fuck with Stanionis on the body shots. He'll fuck your shit up.
Oh my god! Wow.
Because Santillan throws a lot of punches, but his punch selection isn't that great, and he doesn't hit super hard. Like he doesn't sit down on a lot of stuff. He throws a lot of punches going forward. That's why he has almost 30 fights, but only half knockouts. So yeah, he don't hit that hard. Where Stanionis will he'll crack your shit.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
But
and Eduardo Baez is gonna fucking lose. Like, not only is he not that fantastic boxing wise, but he's not powerful. Like, he's not strong, and he's probably gonna get knocked out. To be real.
yeah, I think that's a good comparison. Yeah, but I think that's pretty much it. I got everything covered on the checklist. But yeah, like I can't wait for the fights. It's gonna be a pretty lit card. Oh, also Tevin Farmer and Mickey Bay, they're fighting tomorrow for anybody that wants to actually watch that fight. I'll probably go live for that fight. I'll probably try to stream it on my channel if I if I'm able to, but yeah.
Oh yeah, shit! I totally forgot that shit was supposed to be in Dubai.
Yeah, supposedly it's in Arizona. It's in Phoenix. It's in Phoenix, Arizona.
Yeah. I'm curious. Now I gotta see who's on that card. I think isn't what's his name Truck Lorenzo Truck Simpson supposed to be fighting on that shit.
Yeah, he's a co-main event.
Oh, okay. Thank God. I'm glad. I don't know what the fuck is happening with Truck because Truck was like a blue chip prospect, and then he just stopped fighting. So I don't know what the fuck happened to his ass. But
Yeah, I literally heard him say on Darren Cunningham's YouTube channel. This was like months back where he said like, yeah, like I'm like I'm supposed to be fighting on fighting on Gervonta Tank Davis's undercard for for the Rolly fight, right?
yeah,
And I'm like, okay, sweet. So when that came around, he wasn't on the card, and I'm like, oh wow. So like, what happened?
because
So after that,
they're both from Baltimore, so that's like help a nigga out type shit.
yeah, like it made no sense.
Well, I'm looking at the card, and aside from Keenan, Carbajal, Tevin, and Mickey, and Truck Simpson, this card looked like a whole bunch of ass.
Yeah,
This card looks like fucking dog shit. And then look at the opponents they got for some of these niggas. This is fucking you got Daniel Hilton who's 2-0 going against a nigga that's like 0-5. Like, oh my god, bro, get these dudes out of here.
Daniel Hilton. Who the hell is he?
No fucking clue. I have no idea. They got niggas. They got a bunch of dudes making their like pro debut and shit, or they're on like their second fight. Like, man, oh my god. All right, well, whatever. They can bullshit if they want to. I'm just happy to see. I'm happy to see a Mickey Bay getting bread because we all know he got fucked over. A few times and shit. So I'm happy to see him getting his bread. He deserves it because I know sometimes when you're not Tank under the Mayweather program, sometimes you experience issues.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't get your just due. You don't get the fight you're supposed to be getting. So I'm happy to see he's getting money.
Yeah, I think Kevin's gonna beat him.
I'm rolling with Bay on that one actually. I'm rolling with Mickey.
Yeah, I don't I don't think Mickey has the athletic ability to handle him, but I think Tevin might get a clear unanimous decision or maybe a split decision. I don't know. I think Mickey's just too old, man.
No, that's cool. I mean, yeah, Mickey is old. He's been out of the ring for quite some time. His reflexes and shit may not be all there, but I know he's been at the gym. I know he's been training Devin Haney and working with him. And I like Mickey Bay more. So fuck it. I'll admit it. I'm picking based on personal biases. I like Mickey Bay more. I like him. Yeah, no, real shit. I like him personally. I like him more. So that's why I'm picking him.
Yeah, but on top of that, like like of like what does a like as far as the victory that they get out of this, does this like get them closer back into the mix
No,
or
hell no. They both will get destroyed right now. They both just getting some money.
oh
I don't want to see either one of them in the mix for real. They'll get fucking murdered.
PBC or Top Rank Smoke?
Oh my fucking god, like bro, like
Mickey Baby offered to fight Isaac Pitbull Cruz.
yeah, that is some shit like that. That wouldn't even go good. Like I don't want to see none of that. Tevin Farmer. First of all, Tevin Farmer could never punch. Tevin Farmer has no fucking punching power whatsoever. This nigga has 30 fights and like 5 knockouts and shit, so he can't punch for jack shit. Mickey Bay is a little bit better in that regard, as far as punching power, because he comes from the Mayweather School of Boxing. Like Mickey Bay was school directed by Roger and Mayweather, and that's also one of the other reasons I think he's gonna win because he has like that classical schooling. Whereas Tevin Farmer, Tevin Farmer good and everything, but this nigga not sweet pea. Uh, shit. Mickey Bay, fuck, Mickey Bay has 23 dubs and 11 knockouts. Damn, this nigga could barely punch himself.
Bro, Mickey Bay, man, I wish he
Oh,
had power, man.
it's just it's that's not something that the Mayweather school emphasizes, which is unfortunate. But
Yeah, but it's like most Mayweather fighters don't have power. It's just I don't know. To me, at least, I don't think Mayweather fighters really have like a plan B if they can't hurt somebody, in a real fight. Yeah, but it's gonna be pretty interesting. Um, I think it's gonna be a very competitive fight. I'm gonna try to stream it on my channel because I hear that it's on internet pay-per-view, but I don't really see why the fight needs to be pay-per-view.
they pay per view that bullshit, man. They get
Nah, man,
the
I'm fucking streaming that shit.
yeah. I'm not gonna be able to do that. Them niggas, they about to get back 1675 from fucking pay per view. Ain't no fucking way.
Yeah, that's why that I'm gonna stream it
Yeah.
because I'm not paying any money for that shit.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna be able to do it. I'm sorry, Mickey. I want you to get your bread and everything, but I just can't do it. Honestly, I would have missed the fight if you didn't tell me because I didn't even know the niggas was really real life fighting.
Yeah, I know that the card, starts around 4 o'clock in the afternoon Eastern Standard. So that's what I hear. So I think what the main event will probably come out by like maybe like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, probably latest.
Well, shit. I mean, hey, okay, yeah, that's a good, that's good shit. I suppose, yeah.
Yeah,
But
like
yeah,
I'll
like,
keep you updated.
oh, for sure. Yeah, like I said, I'm happy for Mickey. Glad, glad niggas getting bread again. But I can't. I'm not personally gonna be able to do it.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
But Mickey's a good dude. Like I like Mickey. It's tragic what happened to him under Mayweather's management. And like I said, that's why a lot of Mayweather people, if you're not tanked, you're gonna have a hard time getting fights, and that's what's terrible because Mayweather has a rather gifted stable. Like look at Richards and Hitchens. The 140 belts are about to become available, and Richards and Hitchens is not even in position.
Yeah, man. I told him, back in the past that he should have been had like a title shot by now, and like I'm hoping that he gets a title shot because he deserves it. He should have been at least a champion or like a title challenger of some sort. But it's like the way he's been managed by his career, like I kind of feel like he's in that same position Terrence Crawford is in. He's not taking control of his career enough, where he's letting people take advantage of his career and shit. And I mean, he hasn't even been that active. He only had like a fight back in like what, May, I think. But
Yeah, I mean, and keep in mind that fight was only because they thought that Tank might leave, so they were trying to give like Richard Hitchens some last minute fights. And as you can see, since Tank not leaving, they haven't talked about Richard Hitchens since. And even then, that was just like that was a little fight against another one of their prospects, Malik Hawkins, who they fed to Subra and Matias. I don't know if that was on purpose or accident, but goddamn, they fed his ass to him, and that shit didn't go over well. But also, like, I know you talked about how it's important that they know the business. Terrence Crawford has been boxing his entire life and is 34 fucking years old. Richardson Higgins is basically still a kid. Like, I don't know. Let me look up how old this nigga is.
he's 24. He's gonna be 25 next month.
Right. And I'm pretty sure that nobody at the Mayweather gym has sat down and talked to him about business and shit like that. So I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt in that respect, but he needs to start taking his career into his own hands. And I understand he wants to be loyal to Floyd because Floyd is money made and he's kind of an asshole, has a big personality, and will try to get revenge, blah 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 blah. But it's about you, bro. Floyd has a bunch of money. Floyd got all the bread. Floyd got all the accolades. He beat all the champions. He got all the hoes. He got everything. You're the one that needs shit. That's why I get so mad at Floyd because because he still act like he needs to be out here shaking ass every day. Like, bro, you did it already. You're Floyd fucking Mayweather. Nobody is ever going to take that away from you, and you're probably one of the most talented fighters to ever walk the face of the fucking earth. Like a smooth defensive fighter, like easily top five most defensive fighters of all fucking time, if not number one in that respect. You made all the money, you got all the cars, you got all the houses, you got all the bitches, you got all the fame. What else do you need, bro? Step aside and let these little niggas get theirs. Like Jesus
I
Christ,
mean,
he always
Floyd Mayweather is just a depressed old man.
yeah man, he always out here trying to shake ass and show everybody he's still real. Like, bro, we get it. You're Floyd, good, cool. Now step the fuck aside so we can get some fights in this bitch, man. God damn, like nobody wants to see you beat up your cousins and shit in Dubai. Nobody wants to see that shit. We ain't talking about Conor McGregor too. Like, nigga, sit down somewhere.
Terrible, man. Terrible.
I mean, I don't care. Get your money, but put Tank in some good fights. Put Richardson Hitchens in some good fights. Put fucking whoever Jaleel Hackett. I don't think he's Mayweather. Put him in some good fight. Like, get these people active. Fuck. Like it's just it's annoying. Like Floyd is 50, damn near, and worries about his own fighting career more than these little niggas. Like it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, so
But
that's all I'm trying to say. Shit, take care of your stable. Either take care of your stable or let them go, bro. Because I'm tired of seeing Leonard Ellaby on Twitter making excuses and shit.
because I think that's what's probably gonna happen. They're gonna just end up leaving, and then they're probably gonna either go independent with the PBC or probably go with Top Rank. I won't be surprised.
I mean, well, shit. Sometimes Top Rank struggle to get their people fighters, get their people fucking fights too. But I mean, yeah, it is what it is. They can just make a deal with Showtime or some shit. But yeah, man. I mean, shit. Even the Zone. Like honestly, like someone asked me a question. Like, if you were a new boxer, which promotional company would you sign with? I said I'll sign with fucking the Zone. The Zone, you get maximum bread for minimum work. You get a gang of promotion in like your first four fights. Cause look what they're doing with what's the name? Mark Castro. Nigga look like Elon Musk. Like that dude has had five fights. He looked like shit in like two of them.
Yeah.
And but they were trying to promote him as someone who could fight Devin Haney or some shit. I'm like, what? I'm like, man, bro, like
Trying to use Keyshawn Davis's name and be like, oh well, I beat him in the amateur, so you know, he won't be like a problem for me in the pros. Like, man, shut your little ass up.
Keyshawn, like I can't speak for Andy Cruz or whatever, even though I think Keyshawn beats Estes. I'm gonna tell you right now, Keyshawn Davis will run Mark Castro the fuck over, like fucking knife through butter status. Mark Castro isn't fucking good. He's over there getting his ass touched on by some random dude we ain't never heard of before.
Yeah, true.
So it's like I don't want to hear that shit. That's why him talking even fucking what's his name, William Zepeda. They were trying to make it seem like, oh, William Zepeda might take Haney out. That motherfucker went in there and got dropped by nobody, and then all of a sudden all of a sudden they shut all that bullshit up. I'm like, bro, this is what I be talking about. Now William Zepeda trying to fight Haney's leftovers and see how he do. I'm like, exactly, bro. Like these dudes, like you gotta let them prove something, man. Like Devin Haney is literally at the top of his division, reigning over the entire division to the point where no one wants to fight him, and people still question his skill set. But then you want to certify niggas who don't even have 10 fights, who have never even touched a belt, who haven't even fought somebody who's kind of good. What the fuck? Niggas ain't even turned pro. Like, man, oh shit, I can't.
Yeah, it's sad, man.
Yeah, it shit is nuts.
Yeah, but I think this is a great ass show, and I would like to go longer, but I think I'm gonna have to conclude here. But do you have any final words to bring to the audience?
Not really. Thank you, crowd, for having me. I'm definitely glad I was able to make it and get my internet back cracking. Just a few hours ago, I had to buy a new router and shit. But
Shit.
but yeah, no. Why did I have to buy it? I just had to switch it out. But
Oh, oh, okay.
but yeah, no. As far as this weekend, well, tomorrow I'm picking Bay over Farmer. I like Bay more. Just keeping it like that. And I'm picking Tiafimo over Compa. And honestly, if Tiafimo loses this shit, I really don't want to hear from him ever again. I really don't. Like for real. Like if he fucking if he loses this shit, I really don't give like retire for all I care. The same as if Adrian Brunner loses to Omar Figueroa because Omar Figueroa was fucking vomiting blood from body shots from fucking Abel Ramos, who already had like 4 losses. So he's getting beat up. So I'm like, Adrian, if you lose to Omar Figueroa, who can barely box himself, I don't ever want to hear from you again.
Agreed.
Like really, I love me some AB, but if you can't manage to beat Omar Figueroa, who fights with his fucking hands down, get the fuck out of boxing. I don't ever want to hear from you again. I really don't.
Yes, sir. And yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts too. I don't want to hear back from Teofimo if he does get KO'd by Pedro. And same thing with Adrian Broner. Like, I like AB, but nah, man, you got to leave it if you're not made, the same for the professionals. But can't wait for it because I think Adrian Broner might surprise us.
He just gotta let his hands go. If Adrian Broner just threw punches, he would probably be undefeated right now.
Yeah,
He would have
yeah,
knocked out way more people. It's just like if Amir Khan had thrown more body shots in his career, he wouldn't be undefeated, but he probably wouldn't have lost some shit.
yeah,
Like look at what Amir like people forget. Amir Khan stopped my like I don't know if he stopped him, but Amir Khan like beat up Maidana.
yeah. He was beating his ass.
Yeah, he beat up Maidana and he dropped him with a clean ass with a clean ass body shot.
Yeah, he
So
had like great execution.
yeah, he just didn't go to the body very often with other people. Like like real quick. Marcus Maidana he UD'd him, but he would have got way more people by there if he would have went to the body more. But it is what it is.
Yeah, but yeah, like I appreciate the time, and like I gotta do this again.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much for having me on.
Yeah. Thank you very much, and I'll talk with you soon.
All right, good night, everybody.
Yep. Thank you. All right, y'all. Thank you guys for watching this great episode for the podcast. Y'all already know who I am. I'm KRod7435. Back at it with another good live stream once again. And yeah, man, I'm just gonna keep grinding. Like I've been sick, obviously. Like I was sick with the COVID once again, so I'm just staying home, quarantining, doing what I got to do. But I will very well be stay at home, and I'll be putting in like a lot of work in for the channel. So I'll see you guys very very soon, and yeah, I will catch you guys later. And be sure to like, rate, share, comment the video, and I'll see you guys very very soon. So salute to the mighty LDBC, and salute to TWT. Shout out to all the channels, BFTB, uh, Skywalker Boxing. Shout out to Drew Titan, kind of local sports. Everybody, man. So, Artman Boxing, like everybody. So, I'll see you guys later. Thank you, DHive, for coming through, and can't wait to do this post fight live come this upcoming Sunday. So the Saturday is gonna be lit. I'll see you guys there. I'm definitely gonna live stream the Mickey Bay Tevin Farmer fight. I'm definitely I'm definitely gonna do it. I don't give two craps about it, but it's definitely not gonna be worth worth a copyright for anybody watching. But I'm definitely gonna do it. I'm definitely gonna take a little risk. But yeah, I'll see you guys very very soon. And yeah, until next time. So be sure to like, rate, comment the video, and check this episode out for the podcast for anybody watching, off of any other platforms. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Have a good night and peace out and goodbye.